Y'all, let's talk about how bad this Chiefs team is this year. Let's go. Chiefs Kingdom. Not much to say right now. The Chiefs suck. We suck again. Oh, no. No,
bro.
really, man. The Chiefs just handed a game to Denver over there in Mile High. They had that game. Even as bad as they played, they still had the game in hand with 4 minutes left. Gave it straight to them. And, now they're kind of screwed. What'd you say?
Yeah, they're beyond screwed. I don't even have words, man.
Me
I
neither,
have no
dude.
idea.
Like, I couldn't even do a damn intro to the show because they suck so bad.
This team has been the biggest anomaly I've ever seen in my life. Like, you cannot tell me there is not one person that looked at this roster in the offseason and looked at how this team should have been put together and said that we didn't have the best offense we've had forever. We didn't have the best offensive line we've had forever. We didn't have, maybe the defense could be a little questionable, but usually Spags defenses by now have picked it up and figured it out. Nothing's happening. They're not learning from their mistakes. The coaches aren't correcting anything. The coaches aren't learning from their mistakes. Everybody stinks across the board. Like, we're 11 weeks in,
bad,
and this team is just straight ass. Every single position, every person's responsible. It's not just one person. I know you're going to get the Jawan Taylor's this and Harrison Butker this.
And the Matt Nagy's. But, guys, let's be serious here. If you're blaming any of this on Matt Nagy or Jawan Taylor or just pick one random player, you're getting into the delusional territory. This team's
it's
bad
not just
top
one
to
person
down.
here. This is a total team suck effort.
It really is. And what's sad, Mike, is you kind of hit the nail on the head. This team's very talented. The roster is really good. This offense should be great. Andy Reid has absolutely destroyed this team this season. Like, I don't know what his deal is. I don't know. But he forgot how to coach football.
I'm with you. I don't know what the problem could be because the roster's there. You've had all season to fix it. You've had places to get in. You have our receivers in place. You've had all this practice time. We've not had any real major injuries we've dealt with at all.
Butt cheeks, brother.
And then every week it's the same thing. And this was another game where it was a playoff style game. And this is how we come out and played. This was a playoff atmosphere. And
can I say something else? Can I point out that the Denver Broncos suck? That team's awful.
Well,
they weren't even
get
good.
To that too, but you know what? Bad teams can win
when
they're coached up and they're fired up and they're ready to play football.
Bro, they looked like ass too, and we still lost.
They both looked like
good Lord.
Ass,
that was one of the worst football games I've ever watched in my life.
The fact that you couldn't beat that team, look,
sad.
Here's the thing. That was one of the most unwatchable football games I've ever seen from a perspective of that was supposed to be an NFL caliber playoff game in November. Like, that was as close to a playoff atmosphere. And the NFL had their hand in it from the beginning. They threw 56 flags that
was
game.
A joke, dog. It was a joke.
Dude, the Chiefs ended up with 10 penalties. Denver ended up with 10 penalties, and they probably had 15 that were just completely disregarded. There is no way that they did not throw the flag 25, 30 times. They were just making up shit as they went, dude. They give Denver 3 points early for a block in the back, and we're the kicking team. There's not a person on our team blocking, bro. We're supposed to be tackling people, not blocking people.
What is happening with this league?
They just made something up.
But I'll tell you what.
They threw the flag by where the ball carrier caught the ball, and then they showed the penalty, and they showed it out by the 40-yard line.
Do you know who I'm most disappointed with? I'm going to say 3 people that I am extremely disappointed with, okay? And you guys let me know in the chat how you're feeling, too, because we're going to get to you here in just a second. Y'all can vent. Y'all can say what you think about this whole thing. I'm going to give you 3 people I'm highly disappointed in. I'll give you the reason why. Number 1, Andy Reid. Terrible head coaching job. I mean, this is atrocious.
Dude, it feels like the team's
one of the
worst. He's lost the team.
Absolutely. No one even believes in what the hell he's doing anymore because it's a joke. The offensive scheme is trash. You can blame Matt Nagy all you want, but Andy Reid's the head coach. He's the one that's allowing it. Andy Reid's the offensive freaking genius, right? He changed the entire league with his awesome offensive mind. This is awful, okay? Number 2, Steve Spagnuolo. His defense is trash too. I don't know what he's doing, but when you let up a 3-15 that you could have capped the game on, that's unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Not
And
to
then he
mention
turned
we
around
see
and did it again.
George Karlaftis in pass coverage, allowing their slowest wide receiver ever. Like literally, the slowest 40 ran by a wide receiver was open all day long because of our trash
Pat
ass zone
Bryant
defense.
ran almost a 5-second 40 at the combine, ladies and gentlemen, and he was wide open.
All day long because of our stupid zone defense.
Hey, let me get the number 3. And number 3, the guy that I'm most disappointed in, Patrick Mahomes. I've always said Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. He's the best to do it. When he's playing his best, there's nobody ever been like him. But I'll tell you what, that was a pathetic performance from Patrick Mahomes today, top to bottom. He can't hit a deep ball to save his life. He makes terrible decisions. He won't audible out of a shitty play call to save his life. Look, man, if me and you know that Andy's making bad play calls and bad decisions, I know Patrick Mahomes knows, but he don't have the balls to change the play. Do something. Tom Brady would change that play. Peyton Manning would change that play. Anybody else would change that play. Do not just run a play that's dead. On top of that, he sit and took sacks. He watched them come to him. Didn't even give an effort. And on top of that, the worst of the worst, he threw the ball directly to them twice. The most pathetic shit I've ever seen in my life. Luckily, one got called back when he tossed him 1 for 6. And then he turned around and had a guy wide open for a touchdown. And instead of floating the ball to him, he threw it directly to the freaking DB again. Like, I don't know what the hell his problem is, but he looks awful, dude.
Dude,
awful.
Look, I love this team. I love Patrick Mahomes.
That's why you're fired up, baby.
There's nothing about Kansas City football where we are right now, if it hasn't been for like Veach, you can even go back to Dorsey, Andy Reid, Spags, Mahomes, Kelsey, Chris Jones. Every one of these guys have a hand in us being as successful as we've been and being this dynasty. But you cannot tell me out of every one of those guys, we have got piss poor effort. I will say Mahomes has had a pretty good year up to this point. But today was a pivotal game. And this is my entire argument with all this. You see subpar teams come out and get fired up to play the Chiefs and beat the Chiefs, and every time the Chiefs come out and do exactly what they did today. They let a shitty team stay in and beat you because you can't get fired up to go out and play a football game. They don't look like they want to be here. Every one of them looks like they want to be on vacation already. Kelsey's already off with Taylor Swift in the Bahamas. Patrick Mahomes is already working on his 4th child. Andy's already having a hamburger marathon. They've all quit. Like, nobody looks like they want to play.
It's bad.
It's getting pathetic that every week that we have to say, run the damn football.
Dude.
And at the end of this game, Kareem Hunt ran the ball 13 times, and he averaged 4.5 yards a carry. And he managed 13 carries in a game that was close the entire game. It wasn't like we were playing from behind the whole game. Not a single other running back on the team got a carry.
No. Dude, I don't know how many times we've had to say that, and you guys can vouch for us if you've been here before. 20 carries, you're going to win. It's that simple, and Andy is so damn stubborn, he just can't do it.
We were 7
He can't find it in his fat self
from winning
to do
this
it.
game. And you want to know why? Because we get the ball back with 4 minutes, and we go 3 and frickin' out.
Dude, you have 4 minutes on the clock. Like, just run the ball on first down at least. That's all I'm asking.
Right.
Dude, Kareem Hunt, like you talked about how no one looks like they want to be there. Kareem Hunt's the only one that does. And they don't even give him the ball.
You know what I've seen?
It's wild, bro.
You know what I see?
I don't know what's happening.
I see a team that wants to play the way what they want to play, and they will lose playing the way they want to play rather than win playing a way that wins. A style of football that wins. Look, they look so much better as an offense under center, and they refuse to do it. They did it today. 2 or 3 plays, we were chunking off 6 and 7 yards of carry. They don't want to do that. They want to get back in shotgun. They want to be cute. They want to be dumb. They want to let Patrick Mahomes sling the ball around 45 frickin' times. What did he end up throwing today? I've got it right here. Patrick Mahomes, 45. He averaged 6.1 yards, Steve. 6.1 yards a play. Kareem Hunt only averaged 1.5 yards less running the ball. So our running game was just as efficient or more efficient than the passing game.
And anyone that
they don't even want to try.
I want to throw this out there too. A lot of people's going to bring this up. Well, Pat was under pressure today. Well, no shit. We knew that was coming.
Nobody saw that coming.
We're literally playing Denver, the best defensive line in football. You knew he's going to have pressure. So I don't even want to hear that. That's ridiculous.
So how do you get rid of that pressure? Oh, I know. We'll
Run the
come out
football?
and throw it deep 3 or 4 times in a row before we even attempt a run.
Bro. This is
Dude,
a
I'm
coke
telling
sesh,
you,
by the
these
way,
coaches,
anyway.
These coaches have lost this team. And honestly, at the end of the year, look, I feel like a fraud for saying that this team has been good all year. But I don't know anybody in the world that would have looked at this roster and said they're not as good as last year's team.
And then you see the flashes to where it's like, oh, yeah, there they are.
Yeah.
They could be really good. Yeah, no.
And here's another thing. Look, I don't know how many more years we'll do this. I don't know how many more that I'll be online paying attention, because I'm telling you, everybody's just got to the point that it's insufferable. But this is the thing. It is squashed after today. If any MF out there brings up Andy Reid after a bye week again, I'm going to piss on you. R. Kelly style. I will pee through the monitor and hit you. It's done. Andy Reid's lost this bye week. He's lost a bye week recently. He had 2 weeks and got blown out by the in the Super Bowl by the Eagles. This bye week thing's a fraud. Okay, it's a freaking fraud.
Yeah, it is. You know what isn't, though? Just run the ball 20 times, Andy. Good Lord. Let's get to the chat.
Can't do
Matt
it.
with a 2 says, be 100% honest. Do we make the playoffs? No, not this year.
This is what it says. I found it. I knew we were all going to ask the question. To put in perspective, before this game against the Broncos, the Chiefs had a 59.6% chance of making the playoffs. Despite the Chargers losing a critical game to Jacksonville, the magnitude of the loss was much more pronounced for Kansas City. According to the PFSN's playoff predictor, which takes into account current record, division, and remaining strength of schedule, the Chiefs have a 37% chance of making the playoffs. And I think that's too high. I honestly think that's too high.
Yep. 100%.
You've
Dude,
now
the
lost.
way this team's playing,
You're
hell
not
no.
playing. We guaranteed the Broncos got a playoff spot today, basically. Like, we guaranteed they got the playoffs.
Well, I mean, the best you can do at this point's what? 12-5? That's it. That's the best you could possibly do. So you got to have everybody else losing for you to even get anywhere, bro.
You're out of your mind if you think this team's going to go 12-5.
Exactly, and I
after watching
don't. And I don't. I really don't.
Look, I'm
Appreciate
not
the 2, man.
trying to say anything negative about the Broncos, but
they're
that
bad.
that team had. I want to make sure I get it right. That team had 10 penalties for 147 yards, and we found a way to let them win. We give them over 1.5 football
Mike
fields
Jackson
of
dart
yardage.
diced them up for 3 quarters. I don't know. KT says it's over with the 2 bomb. Appreciate the 2, brother. Greg Goodwin with the 5 says it's time to clean house and fire all coaches, and maybe Veach too. So I don't like. That's the
Let's
thing.
talk
Like,
about Veach for a second.
let's talk about.
We
this.
just seen it come and go. The trade deadline. We didn't have any pass rush today. It looked like complete ass. This was with Chris Jones playing out of his butt too. He don't play this good worth of crap. This is what we managed to get: 5 QB hits on the day, and we had 2 tackles.
We sacked him on the first play of the game.
So we basically had 0 pass rush. And even when he was escaping out of the pocket, and then Spags running a stupid zone out here, just letting everybody run wide open, he was just completing whatever he wanted. So we didn't have a pass rush. Anybody that said we needed to go get Breece Hall, you would have watched him sit his Breece Hall ass on the bench all day today and not do anything.
Right.
I don't know how
if
many
you're not
times we
figuring
can
that
tell
part
you
out yet. I don't know
that
what's
running
wrong
back isn't the problem. The problem is Andy won't run the ball. So is it on Brett or not? I mean, what was the point? He didn't need a running back. He could have maybe got a pass rusher. That's maybe where he dropped the ball here.
Yeah. Mike, I've always had the perspective that going out and saying you need to fire a coach or a GM or anything that's kind of in the middle of a historic run is kind of absurd, right? It's crazy. Why would you do that? Teams have some down moments. But I will tell you what, dude. This is the most pathetic coached team I think I've ever watched.
Dude, special teams has looked bad all year.
Like, dude, from top to bottom, like first Spags defenses have looked like cheats.
Yeah, Spags
Andy
has
Reid
looked bad too.
Looks like he's lost. The play calling's atrocious. You have all the talent in the world on the offense, and you don't know how to use it. It's like watching paint dry, watching this team play. It's so bad.
That's what I'm saying. Every
then,
single coordinator,
like you said,
has
even
looked
Dave told
below
us our
average.
special teams is ass. It's like, what are we doing?
They get so cute with special teams, and they want Butker kicking to the sideline. Let's pin them in and try to get two extra yards.
They fell victim to thinking this new rule is something to play with. It's not.
New rule.
It's the dumbest complete shit on the planet.
And Dave Tobe tried to make it look like it was going to be some kind of game changer. He just put time into it.
I'm so smart, I'll figure it out.
All you did was cause Butker to do dumb stuff constantly.
Yeah, pretty much. Appreciate the 5, Greg. Dave with the 5 bombs. The Spags D can't get off the field on third down all season. That's 100% it. I mean, good God Almighty. 3rd and 15, brother. Bo Nix basically handed you the game by his signature intentional grounding that he'll do twice a game, and he handed you that game, and you turn around and just laid down, bro.
7 for 15 was Denver on third down. It wasn't even really 50%.
It's just a critical, like the most
but you
critical
want to know what's
moments,
crazy?
bro.
Andy Reid and the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, the greatest combo to ever play, 5 for 13.
Pathetic.
I'm going to tell you right now, I've always been a Patrick Mahomes fan. I always think he's the GOAT, and I think he's good when he's good. When he's bad, he's ass. He's bad. And let me tell you something. There is no way. I think out of Tom Brady's whole career, I think it would be hard-pressed for you to find as many offensive weapons as Patrick Mahomes has right now on this team than what Tom Brady had in a single season. I don't think he had it. And if you tell me right now that Tom Brady wouldn't have drove that down there and at least put a field goal on the board with 4 minutes to go, you're out of your mind. And Patrick Mahomes went 3 and out and punted. Yeah. So never will again, until Patrick Mahomes frickin' earns it, am I going to say he's the GOAT, because you would have not saw Brady do that. I'm sorry, but you wouldn't have. I don't even know if you'd have seen Peyton Manning do that.
There's a lot of quarterbacks that wouldn't have flaked out that bad.
I'm just telling you that was that is the most important drive of our whole season.
But can I tell you this?
Andy Reid put everything on his shoulders.
Can I tell you? Can I at least say this in Patrick Mahomes' defense?
Anything.
In Patrick Mahomes' defense, there's not a damn one of those quarterbacks that would have had a coach dumb enough not to run the ball on first down right there.
Maybe so. And I think Patrick Mahomes is the reason that Andy Reid's won all these Super Bowls. And right now, Andy Reid's the reason Patrick Mahomes looks like he's not the GOAT.
Yeah.
So they're beating each other's own ass right now. They need to figure it out.
Ron with the 5 bombs says 13 effing carries called. Dude, we've tried to preach it, dude. We've literally said this till we're blue in the face. And we actually have people that have the nerve to argue that with us. They'll get in the comments and argue that's not right. Like we don't need the carries. Like from here on out, if you don't see this, guys, if you're one of those people, 13 carries today, and we lost the game, okay? If we just had 20 carries, I bet you $100 we win that football game. I'd bet you whatever. I bet you my entire life savings.
No doubt.
Brother, dude, you just don't know football. You should have
ran the ball.
Yeah, bro.
When you had the ball with 4 minutes to go, you should have ran the ball.
Why the hell wouldn't
kept
you?
The clock moving.
It's insanity,
You don't throw an incompletion on the first play and stop the clock. Look at this. This was the final possession. Patrick Mahomes had the ball with 4 minutes to go, and he managed to go 3 and out and lose 11 yards, guys. He's supposed to be the greatest quarterback to ever play, and he is. By all measures, he is. But him and Andy Reid today, in the most important game, in the most important drive we've had all season long, go 3 and out and minus 11 yards.
That's your season in a nutshell. They're ass this season, brother. I don't know what they're doing. Donna Booker with the 5 says everything about this team and organization is missing me off. Pissing you off. Pissing, Donna.
She's so mad.
Dude, I mean, it's a complete failure from top to bottom. Like, I'm with you, man. Like, let's just start at the top. You can go to Clark Hunt, first of all. He's allowed it to get to this point. So, I mean, can you really put it on him? No. But, I mean, come on,
and you
brother.
get to a point where you're becoming like this giant team entity throughout the world, and you started an infight with your own city, and they don't even know where the stadium's going to be. It's like we're just pissing off everybody at this point.
Right. Okay, now let's go down to Brett Veach. Brett Veach didn't even care enough to sign us a pass rusher or trade for one before the trade deadline. I'm sorry. He didn't sign one all the offseason. Literally, this guy is the king of trying to put Band-Aids on stuff, and it's finally caught up to him. Okay? And then let's go down to Andy Reid. Andy Reid,
he would rather lose pretty than win.
I don't know what the hell Andy's doing. Look, dude, I love Andy Reid. I love Andy Reid. I think he's one of the best coaches ever. But God, I've never seen a coach be so bad than this season. Like, I don't think any coach in the league could be as bad with this roster that he's been.
The way he's coaching this year, the way the offense looks, the way he's squandering Mahomes' prime, the way this entire offense looks, and I don't care if it's an Aggie or not, he's the one that employs him. He employs him.
Yeah.
This is
Dude,
this is the Andy
literally-
Reid. This is the version that got fired out of Philly. Okay? This is the version that got fired out of Philly.
Yeah.
This is the Andy Reid we're watching right now.
Yeah, he never learns his lesson, does he? Donna with another 5 to correct it. It said, pissing me off. Let's go, Donna. Appreciate you. Thanks for the support. Roma Stamo with a 5 says, I don't really see any good teams in the NFL. Maybe the Colts, possibly the Patriots. Chiefs should be crushing it. This is what pisses me off the most. This is what pisses me off the most, Mike.
Exactly.
These teams all effing suck. The Colts are frauds. Daniel Jones is never doing nothing with that team. I'm sorry. They are one-dimensional. It's Jonathan Taylor, and they have a good offensive line. You stop him, that team will lose. 110%. The Broncos suck. Their offense is ass. We saw that today. The Patriots are playing Pee-wee football. All these teams suck. The Chiefs have a better roster than every one of these teams and should be beating every one of these teams.
Chiefs team should have ran right through every team we've played so far. They should have just walled.
Dude, it's what's crazy. At one point, a couple weeks ago, I'm like, man, there's more parity in this league than I've seen in a long time. And I'm starting to realize why all the teams suck.
It's just that everybody sucks.
They all suck. There are no good
and the
teams
Chiefs
in here.
Suck worse somehow.
Yeah. It's crazy. The only team that I could say it's even looks halfway decent is maybe the Rams. And are they even winning today? Like, I don't even know.
Well, that's the thing. They'll look good for a week and then turn around the next week and get blown out by the worst team in football.
Yeah, brother. I'm telling you, dude, these teams are ass. Like, the Chiefs had a golden opportunity this year.
Yeah.
They really did. Levi with a 2-bomb. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, Holly, been a member for a month now. Appreciate you, Holly. Says love ACU regardless of what the final score is.
It gets rough. Me and Steve talked about this. For content creators, for us, we love bringing the Chiefs. We love bringing you Chiefs news. We love giving you our perspectives. We love all this. And look, the Chiefs, sometimes it feels like we have more passion for what we're doing than what you see out on the field. Right?
Yeah.
And then we've already talked about this too. It's not even Thanksgiving. And the Chiefs feel like they all want to go to Cancun. They don't even want to play anymore. But what they don't get is, they're going to go to Cancun with millions of dollars. And here we are over on YouTube, and everybody's going to lose interest with a non-playoff team before Thanksgiving. So me and Steve's season's effectively just completely destroyed. Okay.
Yeah.
Take that out of the equation, but we can't win either. We come on here and we talk and we be real with you guys and we give you exactly what we're feeling right now and say the Chiefs stink, and they absolutely do. Everybody's allowed to feel that way, but we're not. We'll get told time and time again we're bandwagoners and everything, and we're not a real channel, fan. And this is why I don't watch you, and you're negative. But if we get on here and tell you that we're positive and we try to keep you upbeat, we don't know what we're talking about because this team sucks. You all lied to us. So we're between a rock and a hard place and a freaking ocean, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Right.
So
this
season has just been a bomb.
I see a few Broncos fans in the chat getting butthurt about what I said. And let me be honest here. Is that there's a Broncos fan that's in here, and I'm not even throwing shade because they won that game fair and square today outright. Now, it's probably because Andy Reid sucks, but they won. But you can't tell me with a straight face that the Broncos have a good offense. Their offense is trash, brother.
No.
They're Broncos, bad, brother.
The Broncos won today because the Chiefs handed it to them.
Yeah,
I don't
we
feel
gave
like the
that
Broncos
game away.
Earned it in any way.
No, but all Broncos fans are going
to.
Their defense is so good. Not
10
really.
penalties for 147 yards. You didn't earn anything, bro. Like, you got lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I think the Chiefs handed that game
And look,
away.
I get it that other teams haven't won much, so you guys just want to hang on to anything and be this and be that. But at the end of the day, you got to be real with yourself.
Yeah.
You can go all the way. Look, if I'm a Patriots fan right now, I'm not talking any trash because I know I can get to the playoffs, and I haven't even seen this team play a legit contender yet. I could get blown out.
Right.
So take it with a grain of salt. Like, you're going to have to see this go, and I'm telling you, Bo Nix is not playing well at the moment. Your defense is, and look,
if that's the a team that could make it to the Super Bowl, that's wild.
Look, I know this is a little grainy, but look, Harvey had 11 carries for 30 yards today. Kareem Hunt doubled him up. But our head coach wouldn't run the ball, and yours kept pounding Harvey when it counted. So who made that mistake? Who you put that on, Peyton or Andy Reid?
Mm-hmm.
So the Chiefs didn't really get outplayed in certain positions. We got outcoached, and we really didn't get outcoached.
All
we just
season long, brother.
ignorant coached.
It's the freaking theme of 2025.
It
It's
is.
every game
they've
we got
squandered
outcoached.
They've squandered the best team in the Mahomes era. I'll say that.
Offensively, absolutely. Ron with the 5 bomb says, I wish Veach didn't give a damn about the cap like Howie Roseman. Yeah, I mean, that's something too. Quit being too conservative. Like, you only have Patrick Mahomes for so long. You only have so many opportunities. Quit playing it safe. It's dumb.
You realize Patrick Mahomes has been here for, is it going to be a decade?
Getting close.
Like, literally, we're right at that 10-year mark, give or take.
Getting close.
Like, how many more years do we honestly think this guy plays at such a high level?
Yeah. Flapjack with the 2 bombs says, how many times we blitzed this game? Not enough. They right off the rip, you realize that if you just blitz Bo Nix, he's toast. And we just stopped.
Yeah, I watched a few plays though where we did blitz, and I don't.
There was
remember
one
if it
play where
Connor
I called
or
it,
who.
Mike. If you remember, I called one. I said corner blitz,
Right.
McDuffie right here, and let's get this done. Someone made a great pickup and blocked him, and that
Yeah.
let up a first down.
Well, I watched
But,
Drew Tranquil come in on a blitz and just stop. I watched Chamari Connor come in on a blitz and just stop. So look, the Chiefs just didn't execute. We've not been able to execute all year. And I've been on both sides of it. I've played football. I've coached. I've coached kids, okay? And the thing about it is sometimes kids listen more than these adults want to listen to. And I know that a lot of times you can literally outcoach yourself, but one thing you can't coach a lot of times is effort. You can't coach effort, and you can't coach passion. But I think as a coach and a motivator, you got to find a way to dig that out of your players, and I feel like Andy struggles with that. I really
Absolutely.
do. There's a certain thing about being even kill in a moment, and you don't get too high, you don't get too low, and you stay even. You stay even kill, and you stay level headed. That's worked for us. But it seems like we're everybody's Super Bowl, the league, the world, everybody's onto us, because the Chiefs get all the calls, and we do this and we do that.
Yeah, we
and
saw
the
that
tides
today,
have
huh?
turned, and now people just smell blood in the water. And it's like the Chiefs just can't match this. And our players, let's just be honest, they're getting a little old. Kelsey's old. Chris Jones is getting a little older. We don't have a good pass rush. There's so many little things that we're not being able to cover this up anymore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's tough.
We got a
Either
10
way, it's
bomb from
tough.
Valerie. It says one word conclusion, undisciplined.
Well, Valerie got it for me because that was probably what I was looking for the whole time.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, you were kind of talking about Andy Reid and just his, like, demeanor and everything. Like, I understand.
How many times can you hear Andy Reid go to the half, Steve, and say, we're running the ball, okay, we just got to stick to it. After the game, we've done okay. We should have stuck to the run. You've said this every game, and you continue not to do it. Patrick Mahomes,
he's the most undisciplined person on the team.
Exactly. Patrick Mahomes, every loss this year, we just got to find a way to be more consistent. Got to find a way to be more consistent. This is what Matt Foster says from KSHB. He said, I'd argue the Chiefs have been consistent. They've consistently committed the same mistakes in key moments, and that's why they're 500. They're an average team. The Chiefs have no discipline. Valerie hit the nail on the head. This team, Jawan Taylor, he keeps doing the same stuff over and over. And look, and again, I still think that they pick on Jawan Taylor in moments. He was fine all the way up the field, but as soon as he got in the red zone, we had to call that over and over and over again.
Yeah, once we got in the red zone, every time them flags start flying.
And the funny thing is, you want to go back and you want to watch Denver's offensive line, they were set up the same way for a lot of that game.
If not worse. If not worse, yeah.
There were a lot of hold calls they didn't call. Chris Jones was getting bear hugged over and over tonight, and they didn't call it. And I don't know how they didn't call it, but that just shows that if they called a penalty every time there was a penalty, these games would last for decades.
Right.
Because I felt like that game tonight was 7 hours long.
I'm sure Nick Bonito got held quite a bit too.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it just is what it is. They just call it when they want to. That's all it is. Crustle with the 2 bomb. Appreciate you, buddy.
Appreciate you guys.
Got Roma Stamo with the 5. Says maybe you boys could do a food barbecue bourbon channel. There won't be anything it takes. It takes about us after last regular season game. I don't know if I just read any of that right, or if maybe Roma Stamo got destroyed by the autocorrect. I'm not sure what happened there.
Who knows? Maybe you're just drunk. You already hit the bourbon.
I'm so mad I can't read.
Yeah.
My literacy is gone. Appreciate the 5, brother. We got Virgil with a 5. Says Tobe and Nagy need to go. Spags, Andy, 15 need to do some soul searching. Roster needs a complete shakeup, especially special teams. Special teams is trash. They're a detriment to us right
We
now.
watched Nico Remigio, and I love him, but I watched him field 2 balls tonight that he should have never fielded.
The dumbest stuff, that's some McCole Hardman stuff, brother. And now I'm starting to wonder, was he told to do that? I used to get mad at McCole Hardman.
Didn't McCole Hardman return to one today for like 60
but no, I used to get mad at him for taking punts in stupid places and stuff like that. And it's like, now I'm starting to think they're
Fielding a
told to
punt
do that.
inside the 5,
Yeah, they're told to do that. That's Tobe. It has to be. There's no way that all those guys do the
what
same
it
dumb
is,
thing.
Is it feels like when this team does well, everybody's just playing and having fun. And it feels like today, it seemed like every single phase of the game tried to press. Like if they didn't do something in that moment, the game was over. So Nico Remigio had to make something happen. He had to field it inside the 5. And he didn't need to. Patrick Mahomes, he just had to throw that pick. No, you didn't. It was 6-6.
No.
We would have went up by 3 points. Just let Butker kick the field goal and take the points.
Brother, he could have thrown a touchdown there if he didn't go full
Exactly.
dumbass.
But I'm just saying, at the least,
that was the
he
most
could have
wide
done was
open
take the
touch.
lead.
All he had to do was float the ball over to him, and he threw it directly to a DB. And you wonder why you have – that wasn't the first time that happened that game either. He threw it directly to the other team twice on the same drive. And you wonder why people think that sports betting has implications on
We've always
football.
said that. When Patrick Mahomes
I'm
looks
sorry,
bad,
but, like-
he looks like he doesn't even know what a football is sometimes.
Yeah, dude, he literally threw it straight to the other team twice, and he had a guy wide open in the end zone.
McCombs comes out.
I don't know what happened. That was crazy. Maybe I saw a bad angle. I don't know, but it looked dumb to me. Like
Well,
it just downright
everybody
dumb.
on our team was just making brain farts. What about Hollywood Brown catching the ball with little time on the clock, and he turns inside to get 0 yards, and we have to wait the timeout?
Brother, undisciplined.
Rasheed Rice, how many times did I see Rasheed Rice drop a ball today?
Undisciplined.
Or what about our offensive gurus of Andy Reid and Nagy running Rasheed Rice out of the backfield, running flats all day long? Like, what the hell are we doing?
Crazy stuff.
Dude,
brother.
I could talk about this game for literally 2.5 weeks and never talk this one out because it's unexplainable. It's
Hurts
like
your
we
brain, doesn't it?
It's like we honestly went into this game to lose.
They try. It's like they're physically trying to lose the
It
football
feels like
game.
we tried to lose.
Yeah, dude, it's bad.
Denver was like, look, we don't want to win either. We're going to commit 150 yards of penalties.
Levi with the 2 says 3rd and 15. You run man-to-man with 0 pass rush. That's exactly what we did. Just ignorant stuff, dude. Just dumb. Holly with the 10 bomb says for a McRib and an apple pie while y'all are in between a rock and a hard place.
Thank you, Ollie.
Let's go, baby.
We are going to be. This is going to be torture. Me and Steve's already talked about it. Like Chiefs Kingdom, when we got our asses handed to us in the Super Bowl last year, it's
Checked
not
out.
been the same this year.
Yep.
People's checked out.
I
And
think
we played
it's funny
so
that
bad this year that nobody checked back in.
And that's something else I will blame. I think the blame goes a little bit on the fans at this point, too, because the way they checked out and they never came back, that energy flowed straight to the freaking team.
I guess, yeah, you might be able to say that. They make a lot of money, though. You need to find the way to get your own energy up.
I understand that, but I swear it's just like an energy thing, like a Juju thing, like not Juju Smith-Schuster, but like
Speaking of Juju, can he learn how to block for once? I'm tired of seeing him bear hug people and
he's
get
a great
called for it.
blocker. He's a great blocker.
Yeah, when they don't want to call it, but if they do want to nitpick, you can nitpick him because he bear hugs.
You can do that to everybody.
Well, maybe so, but Juju got to figure out how to get some better technique going there.
Yeah, I think so too. Lucky Croc with a 10 says at least Kingley's removal of Homeboy's helmet was hilarious. Hope y'all ate some good mouth food during the game at least. We had some grilled burgers and dogs and stuff with Pops. Pops was so done with it, he left it like third quarter and went home.
I think Pops is disheartened by this team.
It was tied. Yeah, he is. Dude, the game was tied and he didn't care. He was like, they're going to lose. They suck. And it's true. You can just see it coming. The team's awful.
You know,
They're
what's
so
funny?
bad.
Take football out of it for just a minute. But, like, for real, like, that's been one of the best things about Mahomes and the Andy Reid era and all this was being able to watch Pops enjoy this because he has been a Chiefs fan for life. And, look, a lot of you guys have been too. But it's just been constant letdowns. And we almost feel like the Bungles half the time with bags over our heads. But, like, watching this team just completely let down Pops this year, just, like, to the point where he's not even enjoying games.
Yeah.
It's just, it's disheartening.
It is.
And it's like, This team is just blowing it right now. And it's like they don't even care, man. Like, I know they have to, but the outer appearance you hear and the same excuses every post game. It's like you're just telling us what you think we want to hear, but we're not seeing it on the field.
Right. I'm right there.
I don't know, man. I just wanted to say that. Pops is disheartened. It sucks.
If Pops is not pumped about Chiefs football, there's something wrong. Bad wrong. That's all I got to say.
And we're not even to Thanksgiving. And Pops is disheartened. He ain't been this hard up since like 1998 or something. He ain't been this bad since like Romeo Cornell, bro.
Oh, no. Guys, appreciate y'all being here. Stupid loss. Team just being ridiculous this year, and I know it's tough for everybody, but thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out, trying to talk it out. Do us a favor. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. It just takes a second. Do that. If you're watching on X or Facebook, you can share it out with your friends, family, whatever. Let's all cope together and all that fun stuff. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'll be doing Chiefs content regardless. We got Julian with a 20 bomb. Let's go.
Julian. Steve, he says this also shows that the Chiefs organization failed to upgrade key positions. Absolutely, Julian. And just ignoring it, look what happened to come to bite us in the ass. Often did what they could, but questionable decisions. Defense is still mid. Dude, I'm with you. Like, this defense has kind of been frustrating for me because they've shown signs of being really good. Like, for example, let's think about this just for the day. Like, let's just talk about this today. Chris Jones has had a pretty bad down year, but we've all said he's getting older, and you've really not gave him any help whatsoever. And they didn't get him help at the deadline, okay? All week long, Chiefs fans, it's so hard up, everybody's wanting back Colin Saunders as if he don't do anything. Dude, we're so hard off that everybody's wanting Colin Saunders back. Like, he has worse stats in his career compared to Derek Nottie, okay? And we're wanting him back on the team. The thing is like the defensive line's been trash for years. Okay, they won't fix it. They invested their money in Charles Omenihu and Mike Dana. They give George Karlaftis a bigger one. They get rid of Pennell for no reason. Go spend draft capital on bringing back Derek Nottie. Then we have to bring back Pennell. It just makes no sense. Like, there's been 0 sense made with some of the front office decisions this year. The whole way they handled Elijah Mitchell. He comes in today, don't even get a carry again.
Then they called a bogus penalty on him.
Yeah, they said him and
he wasn't
Xavier
even in
Worthy
motion.
was in motion. He wasn't even in motion, bro. He stepped up to hear the play and stepped back.
Yeah,
like,
that was
what?
crazy. That was wild.
It just doesn't make any sense. But the defense sticking to it. Jalen Watson, he's looked solid at times this year, but then there's certain points of each game that he just gets blown out.
Mike, I'll tell you how bad our defense was. Our defense was so bad that Troy Franklin had 4 receptions for 84 yards.
Troy Franklin is ass, dude. He's been a complete bust since he's ever come out. I remember Chiefs fans wanting to draft him out of Oregon. I was like, please, God, don't. He's horrible.
He's MVS. You let MVS go for a hundo.
Our linebackers are mid. I'm sorry, but Nick Bolton shouldn't have got paid what he got. I'm starting to see that. I don't dislike Nick Bolton, and I'm not a Nick Bolton hater, but for what we paid Nick Bolton, I don't think he performs as well as he needs to. We're not a run league anymore. We're just not. You even seen Denver today. They got Bo Nix in there. Bo-ass Nix, okay? They went out and drafted a decent running back and this and that, and then Bo Nix comes out and throws the ball. How many times did he throw it? 37 times. If they're willing to throw the ball 37 times with ass Bo Nix, nobody in this league wants to run the football anymore. So
Mike,
why are we paying a run-stuffing
I told you that was going to happen.
A linebacker.
I literally told you guys that was going to happen. I was like, look, Sean Payton gets away from the run just like Andy Reid. All we have to do is stick to our guns, run the football, and you'll beat him.
I think at this point right now,
we just played right into it.
I'm being dead serious. And Julian, I know we've got way off track. Appreciate that 20. Steve, the way it's going right now, I don't know if you re-sign Trent McDuffie. He's going to take up way too much cap. And honestly, we need help in more ways than one.
Poor Trent McDuffie's one of the only people who had a good game out there today.
Well, I'm just saying, we need so much help at this point. I don't know if you can afford to put all that money into Trent McDuffie.
Yeah. Matt with a 2 bomb. LAC, Jacks, Pittsburgh. I trust us more. Never a doubt. 12-5. Brother.
Man, I love being positive, but
I'm trying to be. But it's hard to. Though I'm with you, Matt. I do think that those teams are all
I
not
think
good.
all three of those teams are not very good.
Those guys could all lose. I think Denver could turn around and lose 4 games. None of these teams are good. I think the Colts could disappear. I think the Patriots are probably fine because they don't have to play anybody. It's kind of like a free pass.
Yeah, I think they play the Jets 3 more times.
Yeah, they play the Jets 6 more times, I think, and then the season's over. And then but here's my thing. I can't be positive when our team sucks so bad. Like, and I'm not saying that they suck as in talent-wise because they don't. The roster's fine. But our coaches are such ass this year. And our players don't give a damn. So it's like, it doesn't matter. I don't care how many games they lose. I don't trust the Chiefs to win. That's the problem.
It's like
dude, you've watched it for the last 2 weeks. They've just handed games to people.
It's like the Chiefs have literally forgotten how to win.
It's weird, bro.
Listen to this one. Henry McKenna on X. The Chiefs have now lost all 5 of their 1-possession games this year. That's a stark turnaround for a team that won 17 1-possession games in a row. They've forgotten how to win. This team's forgotten how to win. And I think it's because Andy, he would rather lose ugly or lose pretty than win ugly.
Ain't nothing pretty about these losses.
He don't want to grind it out. He don't want to grind it out. He don't want to do the hard things like run the ball and commit to things like that. He wants to be flashy and cute and do this and do that. If we lose, big deal. He had fun. Give him the participation trophy. He had a good time.
Right. Jack with the 5 bomb says Pat needs to improve when he is pressured. He has one of the worst ratings against pressure this year. Pat just doesn't look like Pat. He doesn't.
He did a little bit this year.
You've seen some flashes of it, but like, dude, I don't care how much pressure that you're under. You got to make something happen. And we've been talking about this. The 2021 Tampa Bay Buccaneers laid out the blueprint, right? Put everybody back in coverage, and Patrick Mahomes can't do anything.
But why?
Because Andy won't run the football. So
Yeah,
you put 4 guys, pin their ears back. Whatever you do, relentlessly go after the quarterback. Do not respect the run. Do not do anything. Relentlessly go after the quarterback. And we're going to put 7 guys in coverage, and he's going to have a hard time seeing anything, right? And that's true. It's happened. And then you saw the Eagles replicate that, beat the living hell out of them in the Super Bowl. You saw Buffalo replicate that last week and beat the hell out of them, or the week before last. Then you see Denver do
probably did it today.
A lot of the
too.
same
By the
stuff
time
today.
We go back and watch all 22. They'll probably do the same thing.
Absolutely.
But why? Because you can rush the front 4 with no. There were so many times that
reckless
Denver
abandon,
didn't
buddy.
even have to consider us running the football.
You
just
never
take
do.
half. Yes,
you never
take
do.
half of everything out.
Mike, you know why you don't have to respect it? Because it's not that Andy won't run the football, but he's only going to do it so many times. So, like, Kareem Hunt, he'll chunk off 7 yards, 8 yards here or there, but you still don't respect that because he's not going to keep doing it. He will not keep doing it. So whatever you do, your odds are better just to pin your ears back and go off the quarterback. And that's just what they do. And Andy plays right into it over and over again.
There was a time today that Patrick Mahomes was averaging 5.9 yards or 5.6 per pass, and Kareem Hunt was averaging 5 yards per carry. So in 25 passes, he was averaging a half an extra yard per play than Kareem Hunt was getting on the ground. He only had 8 carries. Like, our running the ball was the most efficient thing out there, and we would not do it.
You know what's really wild about not running the football, too? Is they came out of the gate swinging, right? They went deep 2-3 times early. And Denver had to adjust because they were getting beat. Like, both of those balls should have been
overthrew both of them.
Yeah, he overthrew both of them. Those should have both been long plays, long conversions. So Denver adjusted, and they scooted back, and we still refused to run the football. So we did exactly what we wanted to do with the deep ball, and we didn't even cash in on it. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
That's what I said. He had 8 carries.
Yeah.
Dude, there was one point, there was only 3 minutes, or it might even be less than that, 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter, and Kareem Hunt hadn't even got the 10 carries yet. The Chiefs had not got the 10 carries.
You know what's wild about it, Mike? If you flipped the script, if you just completely reverse what Andy Reid does, you would laugh him off the football. Like, you would literally, everybody would laugh. Like, just imagine if you ran the football and you refused to pass.
It almost looked like Mike Tomlin or like Marty Schottenheimer.
Like, think about that. If you just refuse to pass the football. So, like, you're running the whole game. You're setting it up, but you never freaking swing. You never take a haymaker. You just refuse to. You would get laughed off the field.
This is basically Marty ball. We're seeing the 90s in reverse.
It's insane. Matt says this and UK losing to the Shitbirds is rough, though.
Hey,
Brother,
as Kentucky fans, this has been a bad week.
that game was crazy. Louisville couldn't miss. And it wasn't like it's kind of like the Chiefs games in a way. Like they came out playing against the UK like it was the freaking Super Bowl. They had all the intensity. UK didn't match it. It's literally we watch the same shit no matter what sport we watch.
Yeah,
it's a joke.
I'm surprised Denver fans didn't rush the field today.
I thought they were going to tear down the
goalpost and go throw it in the Colorado River.
Mike, it's only the third time they've won in a decade, so I'm surprised they didn't.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't get it. They're very confident to have only won 3 games in a decade.
Right. Flapjack with a 2 says, I've been telling people we've lost our swag surf. They've lost something, brother.
Do you think this all started when we lost our boy, Willie Gay? Once Willie Gay left, it's never been the same. He brought that swag.
Look, so one stat, it's still not, it's still holding up. So the Chiefs still have a chance. And let me tell you why.
Well,
they got Mike Pennell back midseason. They got back Mike Pennell midseason. Every time they've done that, they won a Super Bowl. That's the only hope we have. It's Mike
you're
Pennell.
Really grasping. You're really grasping at straws on that one, baby.
All right, man. Julian with the 10 bomb, following up, it's 20. Said that this where the Chiefs organization have to realize that they mess up big time of not realizing you can't put too much faith of the team potential. You got to build it better and stronger. They really do, and they've done this for years, kind of sit where they're at. They never really take any big shots in free agency. They never really take any big shots in the draft.
No, they've also just put a lot of on Mahomes over the years,
and they're continuing
to win with nobodies basically.
And then on the flip side, they've always put it on Chris Jones,
right?
And you're starting to see it catch up with them. You're exactly right. I mean,
but what do you do? I mean, because Mahomes. I mean, now look, Mahomes gets paid a lot, but he's got a nice team-friendly deal to where they can maneuver that.
Yeah, and they have to every year, right?
So I'm just saying, Kelsey's never been like overpaid. He's always been at the bottom. He's never really got what he's deserved.
Well, that's what's wild. We have all these guys that are willing to restructure their contracts. Where's the money at?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's crazy. Something got.
But I'm with you, Julian. Like for real, I think the Chiefs really do. They rely on the same stuff. Like the fans fall into it as well, do they not? Because look, every time somebody comes up, it's Thornhill. If it's Binky, no matter who it is, they want them back. If it's Hardman, let's get them back. Like everybody just wants the same old, same old. Like we all got to branch out a little bit.
Yeah. I think
everybody's got to branch out. We got to start getting some new blood here. Got to figure this out. And I think a lot of it's coaches, man.
Coaching. It starts with coaching.
Look, if Spags wants to leave after this year, I think I'd be fine with it.
Yeah, go ahead. Bye.
Look, I love Spags. There's nobody I would maybe want like a single game, one-off kind of thing. But honestly, you can find defensive coordinators that can put together a good game plan.
Look,
Vance Joseph does it a lot. Lou, that played with the Bengals, now he's with the Colts. Like, think about that. The guy with the Bengals that crushes Mahomes now plays with the freaking Colts.
Yeah.
We got to turn around and play him next week, right?
Well, here's my thing. I love Spags. I love Andy Reid. Matt Nagy, I could take it or leave it. But I will say this. At this point, like watching what they've done through this little over first half of this season with the team that they have, I would not be upset.
What coaches would you keep, Steve? Let's say you're Brett Veach today. The season ends today. We lost. We're out of the playoffs.
What
coaches would you keep?
I don't think I'm in the right mindset to make that decision at the moment. But I would say this: if all of them were gone, I wouldn't care too much.
I honestly think Tobe has done a lot of stuff over the past few years that's been very questionable.
I just wouldn't like it. None of it would make me mad. I wouldn't be upset. I'd be like,
that's what I'm saying though. But go all the way back with Tobe to how he handled even the Sky Moore situation over and over, and the punts and the drops and this and that.
Dude, special teams should not be hard. Dave Tobe is the most overrated coach I've ever seen in my life.
So look, Tobe could go. I honestly think Spags. I definitely want to see Nagy gone.
Mike, like special teams is like the bass player in the band,
right?
You know, like it's not that big a deal. It shouldn't be that bad. I don't know. Dustin with the 5 says, I've been lurking, but I just have to say Mahomes had money on an interception because the refs took it away and he threw the same one again. That's what I was talking about earlier, Dustin. Like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't think the league's rigged and stuff like that. But like I can see where people think that. When you have a guy like Patrick Mahomes, who you know is one of the best quarterbacks to ever play, and he's literally just throwing the ball to the other team, just blatantly, twice
I want to
in the
find
same
that
drive.
play you're talking about, because I feel like there was one play where, like, if he would have lobbed the ball, it was a touchdown. But
That's
he
what I'm
threw
talking
it
about. That's the interception everybody's talking about.
to
All
the
he had to
DB.
do was lob it up over his head, and he threw a line drive straight to the DB. It was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And this was the same drive where he just threw it to the other team. We didn't even have a receiver in the area. He just threw it to the cornerback.
And
Like,
look,
dude, it was crazy.
that interception is what caused Kingsley to suffer a concussion.
Yeah.
Every
Brother, I'm telling
time
you.
Mahomes throws a pick, and then one of our players get injured.
I'm telling you, bro. That was
I want to
strange.
find the Mahomes interception.
That was a strange sequence of events right there. We'll just put it that way. Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Mike. Javier Sanchez in the house.
Javier
Let's go.
Sanchez.
He says we need McCole to save us. Is that the problem? Is it we just didn't go get McCole back?
Oh, heck.
Is he like a rabbit's foot? You just need him around.
No.
You don't need him to do anything. You just need him to be there. No?
No.
I don't know.
What?
Javier got 20 that says
look,
it.
I know you guys in the chat. I know you guys in the chat have watched and listened to other people. What's everybody else saying? What's a 810 Sports saying today? Everybody likes to go listen to FM radio all of a sudden. What's 96.5 saying? What's what's everybody else said about this? I want to know everybody else's thing. Is it just me and Steve overreacting right now, or is everybody out here? Is everybody still blowing smoke?
Dude, I'm
is
sorry.
everybody mad? Like, what's going on?
At this
I want to know
point-
how everybody's handling
At this point, there's no such thing as an overreaction. Like, we have gave them grace and gave them grace and
Yeah,
gave them
we
grace.
were some of the only positive people this year.
And at this point, there is no overreaction. Call a spade a spade. They suck. They suck. Like, I'm not saying that they suck as football players. I'm not saying that their team's not talented. But them as a team right now, from top to bottom, suck ass. It's just plain. It's plain and simple. You can see it. Anybody with two eyes can see it.
I mean, I don't think you're wrong.
So I mean, call it an overreaction, but I mean, it's the God's honest truth, man. Cato in the house. What's up, Cato? With the 5, he says, Mike, the problem is they lost their heart and weren't to win. Dude, I'm right there with you, Cato. I think, like Mike was saying, and I know why you said this, because I remember Mike saying something's off of the team. Andy's lost the team. Like, something's just. It really does seem like that this team don't have like that fight in them like they have had for the last 10 years. Like, they roll over and die.
Yeah.
When they're down, you should just go ahead and mark it down in your book. Patrick Mahomes is going to throw an interception. They're going to go 3 and out. They're going to give up the 3rd down and long. They have no fight. None.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? And it's sad, but like, it doesn't affect their bank accounts. It doesn't affect their day-to-day. They've already won 3 Super Bowls. Like, so, I mean, is it really that far-fetched to think that they just don't give a shit anymore?
I mean, it kind of feels like that sometimes, don't
That's
it?
what it looks like. And if you don't want your fans to think that, it's all about perspective, baby. Change the narrative. If you don't want people to think that, if that's really not the case, change the narrative. Because it's all about perspective, Mike. I had a boss one time, telling me, hey, I know that you're not doing this. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something that wasn't supposed to happen. But I know you're not doing this, but it looks like you are. And sometimes in life, you have to step back and look, and it's all about perspective. It's not about what you're doing. It's not about how you feel about it. It's not about how you think. It's about how people
Right.
perceive it.
Well, I mean,
And
honestly,
that is the truth right
Yeah.
now.
Well, honestly, from the team, I understand that as well. Even from there's times a lot of things that from our perspective, we'll say things and then people don't see what we see, or they take what we say out of context. But it's the same with the players, man. If they're really not playing, like if they're really, really in their hearts, this is bothering them, it just don't show.
Exactly, dude.
Look, I found the play.
They're gonna come say the
I
same
want everybody-
stuff.
I'm
at the
not
mic,
going to play
you know?
the play. I have to play screenshots because YouTube will come in and shut it down because the NFL's got to make their 28 cents or whatever it is. Bunch of idiots. Take Cato off. Appreciate you, brother. Here's the first one. This is Mahomes getting ready to throw the ball. Okay, so again, 5 Broncos in frame here. Mahomes is already
This is the
scrambled
one.
out.
This is the second one.
Right, but okay, here we go.
Yeah. Lofted
That's
over.
where Mahomes is throwing the ball. The
Like,
guy
he
is
just
at the
lofted
pylon.
over.
Steve,
There's-
he's at the pylon. He's 7 yards. 7 yards in front of the defender, and Mahomes threw it to him.
Yeah.
And look, this is on the back end. So if you're like, no, somebody on the back end would have got it. No, they wouldn't have. You're man-to-man back here, and he's 7 yards away from the guy. You literally had to touch past that.
Yep. That's it. That's all you had to do.
And
Better
Mahomes
yet,
got
just
picked
don't throw
off.
the football and kick a field goal.
Right. He got picked off that.
That's
Like,
pathetic.
what?
That's
And,
pathetic.
and again,
I could have
you're
made
supposed to
that
be the best
pass, guys.
quarterback in the league, and you chose to do that rather than just take the 3 points, and you'd have been up 9-6. And guess
I
what?
don't know who you are listening right now, and I don't know what your athletic ability is, but I bet you could have made that throw. Like, that's
I
crazy.
know I could have made it.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
you
pretty
want to
wild.
know how I know I could have made it?
Yeah, that was the second one, Mike. That was after he just literally threw it to a DB
Exactly.
for a pick six. There wasn't even, we didn't even have a receiver in the picture on that one. If you could find that one, it's wild. Like, he just threw it straight to him. Hey, brother, take it to the house. Like, I don't know what that was.
When was that one?
It's the one that got called back. It was the same drive. It was the same freaking drive.
I can't be doing this. It's
I'm
getting
telling you, bro. I'm not even
wild.
saying nothing. I'm being dead serious. Let's see here. Matt with a 2-bomb says, if we missed, what would that do to Pat's legacy? I don't think if like here, big picture, if Pat and the Chiefs correct the situation and they are competitive again at some point in Pat's career, kind of like Tom Brady did. Tom Brady at this point in his career, they had a lot of down years, right? And then they kind of had another second dynasty run. So, I mean,
But he only missed the playoffs. What was it, once? Even in the down years, he only missed it once.
did he? Well,
I think-
either
let me
way,
look. I wanna make sure.
it really depends on how the rest of his career goes, Matt. Like, I don't think it's a stain on his legacy per se, but if he never recovers, then absolutely. I mean, yeah, he was just a blip. You know, he had a hot little run there, and that was it. That's his career. I mean, to this point in his career, Patrick Mahomes is the best to ever do it, stat-wise, win-wise, whatever you want to pull up to this point in his career. But, I mean, if you just disappear after that and never come back, what
Dude.
is that?
Tom Brady missed the playoff 2 times in his
20-some
career, bro.
years, bro.
In 2002, you realize he missed that season with an ACL. So he literally missed in 2008, and he never missed it
Hey, check this out.
again.
They missed the playoffs the year after they went 17-1 or whatever.
So
it
that's what
was.
I'm saying. Like, yes, Mahomes could miss the playoffs this year, but if he ever wants to be better than Tom Brady and wants to take the GOAT, he can't miss the rest of his career.
Maybe one more. That'd be it. That's crazy.
Man. Well, I mean, can you really give Brady the first one? He lost because it was an injury.
Hey, sure. I don't care. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Dustin with a 2 says Mahomes needs to practice lofting balls. Mahomes cannot throw a touch pass. He just cannot do it. Like, I know he can. I'm not saying that he can't do it. We've seen it. But 9 out of 10 times, Mike, when he needs to throw like a little like soft touch pass, he rockets it straight and gets the ball batted, gets it intercepted. Or he throws it 200 miles an hour to where Kelsey or Rice or whoever it is can't come down with the ball. It hits him in the hands 65 miles an hour from 10 feet away.
Yeah.
No touch. Like, he definitely needs to work on his touch, Dustin. I agree with that. Perry, been a member for 18 months now, says everyone's questioning why no running game, questioning the gameplay and heart of this team. All is valid. They look miserable to be around. It's 100% true. They're miserable to watch. Like, I can honestly say that. Last year, there were games that were hard to watch because the offense was stagnant. But the team had some heart about them, and they still found ways to win football games. This team this year, they're hard to watch because, A, you know what kind of talent they have on the football field. Guys, they have 5 guys on the freaking football field at any given time that run a 4.3, subpar 4.3 40. We got the most speed on any football team I've ever seen in my life. And we
Yeah.
do nothing with it. No one's ever open. It's
Yeah,
a
you gotta
crazy
ask
thing,
yourself,
bro.
how do you have all this speed, but nobody's ever open?
Dude, it's wild.
Because
But
you
yes,
don't have to respect anything.
But I agree with Perry here, dude. Like, it's miserable to watch. It's
Steve,
miserable
we
to
just
watch.
talked about Pops. He left.
Yeah,
He
dude.
had such a bad time today.
I tell you what, dude. Andy, here's where I'm at with Andy. If Andy don't pull that team into a meeting tomorrow and have a come to Jesus, then he don't give a shit either, and he's the problem. But do you think he's really going to do that? Do you think he's no?
I'm with you. If the Chiefs do
take
not
the day
show
off
up next week and beat the ever-loving dog piss out of the Colts and then reel off,
Mike, they better blow out every team for the rest of the season. Hope to God somebody loses, get in the playoffs, and win the Super Bowl. Otherwise, this season is a bust.
They've got to win the rest of the – there's no doubt about it. They got to win out, and you're going to have to hope for some chances. But they've got to at least do their part and win out. And they need to be winning convincingly at this point. None of these half-ass wins either.
Yeah,
I get it, Andy. Every league in this wins hard. It's tough. Is it, Andy? Because everybody sucks, bro.
Yeah, these teams are not
good. Think about it. I'm not trying to make excuses for today, but as bad as the Chiefs played, this Broncos team is supposed to be great. And we lost by a field goal because we couldn't convert a 4-minute offense?
Yeah.
They're not good. We're not good, but they're not.
Brandon with the 5 bomb. Brandon, I truly appreciate the support, brother. Thank you so much. But I am going to disagree with you here. And don't take it too harshly, but I'm just going to say what I'm thinking. If you honestly think, if there's anybody out there that honestly thinks that a running back would change anything about this football team, reevaluate your knowledge of football. Because if you don't realize that Kareem Hunt,
say everything?
Kareem Hunt has been averaging 5 yards per carry, and they will not hand him the football. Do you think they're going to give it to anybody else? If Breece Hall was on this football team, he would have had 13 carries for 70 yards today, and that's that. That's it. We don't even pass the running backs anymore.
No.
We completely took that out of our offense. So do you think that would matter? Honest to God, man, their speed. You say they're frail and poor play for sure. Frail, whatever. Wherever he's kind of battling that shoulder injury or whatever, but I don't think anybody else can blame injuries. I don't even think he can blame an injury at this point because he's proved that he can play at a high level with that going on. But to think that a running back would change anything about this football team is just absurd to me at this point. And you're allowed to have that opinion. But I'm going to stand tall on that one and say, dude, I don't think it would matter one damn bit. With Andy Reid as your coach, it doesn't matter if you could have Derrick Henry and Breece Hall on your team. And they're not going to do anything. They will not. I'm sorry. They just won't.
Guys, here's what I'll say. Versus the Jaguars, we lost that game because we didn't run, right? Kareem Hunt got 7 carries that game for 49 yards. He averaged 7 yards per carry. You're never going to find a running back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're never finding a running back in this league that averages more than 7 a carry. He averaged 4 yards a carry versus the Lions, 4.5 versus the Raiders, 4.5 versus the Commanders, 4.5 versus the Bills, and 4.5 today versus the Broncos. He's basically averaging 12 to 13 yards in 3 runs, which is a guaranteed first down.
And I'd also like to point out that on 3rd down and 1 today, that instead of handing it to Kareem Hunt, who has a higher efficiency rating of 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1 than the freaking tush push does, and you pass the football out of shotgun.
Okay.
Come on, dude.
Breece Hall, in that same time, first game he played was versus the Broncos. Guess what he averaged? Kareem Hunt averaged 5 yards, 4.7. He averaged 2.7. 2.7. Now, again, I do know their offensive line, blah, blah, blah. He averaged 3.5 the next game. He did have a good game versus the Bengals. He averaged 7 yards, but Kareem Hunt had a 7-yard average. Last week versus the Browns, a 4 yards. Versus the Patriots, 4.1. Kareem Hunt, by all standards, is averaging more yards per carry
than a lot of these dudes.
And he's just not getting the opportunities. Now, again, if you give him the extra 10 carries, maybe that ticks down. I do understand that. But the point is, you're never going to know because Andy won't
I just don't think that those guys would get the opportunities either, and that's what I'm saying. They're not going to get a chance to hit that home run because they're not going to get to take as much. They're not going to get to take enough pitches to do
that's your difference.
Yeah. Dustin with a 5 says, I feel like we're watching Rocky Balboa getting his butt kicked before he gets a knockout in the final round. I would love to think that, and I was kind of thinking that up until this game. I honestly, in my heart, thought that the Chiefs had a rough go at it at the beginning of the season, that they would come out and beat Denver today, and then they would win the AFC West still. I really believe that because they have the talent to do it. And after watching today's game, I can honestly say I am 100% on the other side of the fence. I think that this team sucks. I think that they have no heart, and I think the coaching is far beyond help. Like they're not going. Like if they win the Super Bowl, I would be ecstatic. But to think that they're going to win a Super Bowl in a year where we don't even know if they're going to make the playoffs without other teams losing, I can't get behind it. I'm going to be the negative Nancy for the rest of the season, guys. Strap in. Xavier with the 2 bomb says Chiefs beat themselves in every loss, 100%.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
That's what pisses me off so bad, and that's why you've seen so much ranting today, is that I think roster-wise, this Chiefs team is more talented than any other team in football with the exception of maybe 2. Like maybe the Eagles or Rams, you could say they're pretty talented rosters. They're right there with the Chiefs. But all these other teams are not. And the Chiefs continuously go out against inferior competition and suck ass. And I can't stand it, dude. It's the most frustrating thing in the world.
Oh, you just seen the Chargers get taken to the woodshed today by the Jaguars. And we should have beat the Jaguars, and then we let the Chargers beat us.
Yeah, brother.
Dude, this team is an anomaly. Like, I don't understand it.
Coaching. It's all coaching.
To me, it has to be coaching.
It
has to be. There's no other logical explanation at this point.
Right. If you don't think it's Andy Reid's fault at this point, then you also still have to point the finger at Andy Reid, because if you've lost your team so bad that they suck this bad, even though they have that much talent, then it's still your fault. So it's literally Andy Reid.
Right. Or it's Nagy. Or it's special teams causing the blunders. Or it's Jawan Taylor.
Mike,
at the end of the day,
any way you look at it,
it's
Andy's team.
Yeah.
Like, Andy's got to get his shit together, brother. He's got to quit worrying about which burger's getting ready to come out of the Waffle House. And
come on, Andy, get it together. Steve Javier with another
Sanchez, baby. Patrick Mahomes was body snatched. Call the authorities ASAP. We've seen at least, I want to say, about 6 games in his 8 years now as a quarterback in the NFL.
Just about every time he's played the Bengals, he falls into that
Dude, McClone shows up. McClone's was there today. McClone's was there. I think
this was his stat line. Is it horrible? 29 for 45,
yes.
276,
yes.
1-1, and a 79 QB rating.
That's horrible for Patrick Mahomes, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too, honestly.
That's
I think
trash.
For 45 attempts and their
Mike,
best corner sitting out.
Do you think it's a coincidence that Dylan Raiola is out for the season?
Shut up.
And then all of a sudden, Patrick Mahomes sucks. Just saying.
Hell.
I think the real Mahomes is on vacation somewhere.
Maybe.
Irwin with the 2 says, I just think fame and fortune is caught up. I mean, that could all play a part in it, right?
Steve, people have been saying that for a while with Kelsey.
That could all play a part in it.
With Mahomes commercials, with Andy's commercials. I mean, when does it ever get to a point, like we've always kind of defended everybody and said, look, they do this in the off season, it's not a big deal. But how bad do the Chiefs have to start looking before you maybe say, hey, maybe there was something to that?
Well, can I say something? I feel like they've done less stuff this year.
It's your show.
I feel like they've done less stuff this year. I haven't seen them on TV as much.
Yeah.
I ain't seen as much stuff about them, and they still suck. So I don't even know if that's the reason. Or maybe they're just complacent. I think they're just complacent could be the problem. Like, oh, well, hey, we are rich and famous. I think there's some complacency going on. I would hope not, because I think Patrick Mahomes, I've always felt like he's one of the hungriest players ever. And I think that's why he's so good. Because he wants to be good. He wants to be the best to ever do it. He worries about that legacy, right? But I'm not seeing it, bro. I'm not. There's several times this season I've seen from Kels and from Mahomes, they literally sit on the sidelines with blank stares on their faces, and they never get fired up for anything, and they get beat by bad, inferior teams. So, I mean, like I said earlier, it's all about perspective, right? I mean, at this point, what else can you think? So, maybe.
Steve, do you think the offensive line, do you feel like the offensive line had a decent game? I mean, because we said that it's going to be tough
there was
to
a lot
beat
of
Denver.
pressure.
They've got a really good defensive line. They're the best in football. They're historically maybe one of the best to ever play.
Like I said earlier, man, you expected it to happen. So I can't say that the offensive line played bad. I'm not going to say they played good because there's a lot of pressure.
Right.
But we knew it was coming. Andy knew it was coming. Your mother knew it was coming. My neighbor over here that doesn't watch football ever knew it was coming. Like, it's the most obvious thing ever. So to sit and blame a game on the offensive line when you knew that they had a historically good defensive line is absurd, especially on a bye week when you had plenty of time to figure out how to stifle that somewhat.
Well, my question was going to be, Josh Simmons' worst game this year was against the Giants in Week 3. He allowed 3 pressures. When you think the overall stats drops tomorrow, is he going to allow more than 3 pressures?
Yes.
You think so?
I think so. I think
I don't remember how many times he got
for
beat,
whatever reason it was, and I'm not knocking him for it, but Josh Simmons was away for football for over a month, and he came back and went against one of the best pass rushers in football, and he got cooked. And he's lucky they didn't call holding on him.
Got cooked today as
He's lucky they didn't call holding more.
There was a lot of times that him and Jawaan Taylor was getting up around the neck. Now, look, a lot of that could be that if a defender dips on purpose to do that, you can't call.
You don't call that, right? Or if it's a spin move or anything like that, you don't call it.
But there was one where Jawaan Taylor got beat and he kind of like tackled him from behind. And it's like, that's questionable, but they can call it.
There was one they called a hold on Trey Smith where he actually punched the guy in the chest.
Wild.
He was behind him, but he punched him here and knocked him down, and they called a hold.
Yeah, he dove at him.
That was a bad holding call. There was a lot of questionable calls. Don't get me wrong. I don't think any of the calls are the reason why the Chiefs lost today. I think the Chiefs lost today because this team sucks. But there was a lot of questionable, weird shit today. I thought the referees were way too involved.
Well, that's my thing too, because look, I think that Denver fans probably had a few claims on their side as well. I really do. They probably had some missed calls and this and that. And another thing is, we get CBS, and CBS brings out their top guys. They had a horrible broadcast today. They missed so many plays because they were showing bad graphics and this and that.
And they just want to try to make everything controversial.
Right. Every single play, they have to, it's like they're on there trying to sell to everybody that call shouldn't have been a call against the Broncos. That should have been a penalty for the Chiefs.
It's a narrative.
That wasn't called, but they have to. Gene Steratore got to come in on every single play.
Like obvious stuff.
Yeah, but it's like they try to push the narrative, and it doesn't make sense. Like, you are working for the NFL. If not for the NFL, you guys wouldn't make billions of dollars broadcasting this. But it's like they're actively trying to make the NFL look as though they favored the Chiefs. In every situation. It's so weird to me.
Yeah, for sure.
And Valerie, we're stuck with them now for 2 or 3 more weeks.
Valerie with the 10 says, I hang out here because y'all do know ball and keep your commentary, keep bringing it. I appreciate that, Valerie. Thanks for the kind words.
Thank you, Valerie.
Yeah, guys, we're going to keep bringing it tonight as long as you guys keep bringing it. So it's kind of up to you guys how long this goes. So, yeah, keep bringing it. We'll keep bringing it. We're right here with you. As long as we need to cope tonight, as long as we need to powwow, let's do it. Do us a favor, though. Hit that like button if you haven't. It just takes a second to go do that.
Yeah.
Also, if you don't mind, share us out with some friends. Let's try to grow this thing. You can also be a member of the channel. That helps us out. It's just $4.99 a month. It's a little subscription that you'll never even see coming out of your bank account. And that helps the channel tremendously. Just go to join.allchiefedup.com. We also have some merchandise. I know it's blurry because of my camera, but we got some hats, hoodies, everything like that over at merch.allchiefedup.com. You can check that out. If you use the code MAXHORNT, even though we're the least hornt right now, you can get free shipping on anything over $100. So that's MAXHORNT. But yeah, we appreciate you guys being here tonight. We know it's tough after just a terrible performance by the Chiefs. It's tough to even give a shit at this point. So we appreciate you guys being here. Nate with the 5 bomb says, I am now mentally fast forwarding to the draft. The season is toast. Can I say round 1 edge rusher? Your thoughts? Man, so I'm struggling right now, and it's soon after the game, right? It's soon after a piss poor performance. So a lot of what I'm saying today is emotional, or like stuff like that. So when I have time to actually digest this and marinate on it a little bit, maybe I could speak from a better place. But at this point, it's very hard for me to want to be positive, because or is there a chance the Chiefs make the playoffs still? Yes. there is, but it's so damn slim. And the reason why I can't be positive about it is because this team has showed me nothing. They've showed me that they don't give a shit. They've showed me that the coaching sucks. They showed me they can't beat bad football teams. They showed me they can't beat bad football teams when they're handed the game on a silver platter, that they'll shoot themselves in the damn foot and give it away. Like, it's hard for me to be positive. So like I said, my thoughts on that is, sure, Nate, if that's what you want to do, probably the right thing to do. And then as far as edge rusher in the first round, common sense would tell you we need to do stuff like that. But I also just want to say Felix Anudike-Uzomah. Because if you're going to do it, at least get the right ones. I don't know how many times that two guys right here on this show that apparently don't know shit about football said that they need to draft Nick Bonito, and they passed on him. This kid went almost third round. And then they spend a first-round draft pick on Felix Anudike-Uzomah? Get the hell out of here. Like, just start using your brain. We're not geniuses. We're just telling you the obvious. So, I mean, yeah. I am a negative Nancy right now. I'm sorry.
Hey, you just went at it. Hey, I'll say this too. I'll add this to what you said. Not only does this team just keep making mistake after mistake, but have you noticed this season that every time we do something finally positive, they will find a way within the next 5 plays to do something completely negative to negate it. They've done it over and over again with like kickoffs. Today you had the blocked extra point. Mahomes throwing the pick instead of getting. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's like they actively try to lose.
It's crazy, man. But appreciate the 5 bomb there, brother. But yeah, I understand that. Guys, like I said, we'll be here as long as you guys want to show out. We'll show out too, man. We'll be here with you. Real quick, though, we got to shout out the sponsor of this post game, and that is DraftKings. So we'll be right back.
Football season is in full swing. We're proud to say that All Chiefed Up has teamed with DraftKings Sportsbook to bring you the best ways to get in on the action this NFL season. DraftKings Sportsbook has industry-leading live betting market availability, meaning their odds update dynamically as the game unfolds, keeping you right in the middle of the most relevant storylines in real time. It takes your fan experience to the next level. And when it comes to betting on touchdowns, DraftKings has you covered with all your favorite options, including first touchdown scorer. So make no mistake about it, DraftKings Sportsbook has all your favorite ways to bet touchdowns this NFL season. Get in on the action and sign up using our promo code ACU. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the crowd is yours.
Oh, yeah.
Let's freaking go,
Appreciate
guys. Hey,
you, DraftKings.
listen,
Look,
all
DraftKings
let's be
has done
candid.
us a solid this year. Let's be
They
honest.
absolutely have. Thank God for DraftKings, right? Because
Yeah.
YouTube was really being a
They're
pain in
still
our
being
ass.
just
They
complete
still are.
ass about
DraftKings
it.
came in clutch to help your boys out. And us saying that, completely candid, we should have done that ad an hour ago, but we've been on a rant. Okay.
Yeah.
And what I'll ask of you guys is, if you don't have DraftKings, go download it and use our promo code. Let's convert a few.
And you
Let's
don't
convert a
even-
few.
look,
Help your boys out.
to help your boys, all you got to do, like, Missouri is getting ready to go live here. So we're getting ready to start that ad tomorrow, and it's going to give you all the specifics. And they're doing an amazing thing here. So the thing is, if you don't have it already, download it, use our promo code ACU. You don't even have to put money on it or anything. Just downloading it using our code and just signing up for free. And then if
Yeah.
you ever feel comfortable to want to do it, go for it. But
Absolutely.
if not, just that conversion helps us a lot. And DraftKings has been so good to us this year because YouTube has been the anti all cheaped up this year.
Tell me about it, brother. I think I'm lost in the chat at this point. You guys are killing it tonight. So let me figure out where I was at. I think it was Nate. I think we got Julian here with a 20 bomb. Says, last thing for me, if this defensive line had the pass rushing like the Broncos, Bills, and Eagles, this Chiefs defense would give nightmares to opposing offenses. 110%. You saw Trent McDuffie have a badass game today, low-key, with no help from a pass rush. And he was going against a guy that always eats his lunch
Yeah.
in Cortland Sutton. So, I mean, like, I think that our back end – now, I'll tell you one thing that pissed me off. And I'm going to throw this out. I wish I'd have thrown this out there earlier. But since there's still 700 you guys in here, I'm going to proudly boast it. Spags is a slap nut. The Noel Williams not being on the football field, not getting a snap in the first half, and Christian Fulton out there after not playing football for a year and a half and
Yeah.
getting cooked was pissing me off, Mike.
Dude,
Just stupid decisions.
Noah Williams had 40-some career-high snaps versus
Stupid
the Bills.
decisions.
He had 0 snaps in the first half tonight. I'm telling you right now, it's as though Spags and even Andy and how they're using people, it's like they just throw a dart at a dartboard to see who they're
It's
going
like
to give
they
the snaps to
actively
each week.
try to lose games. They're like, you know what? That gives us too good of a chance to win to put the best players on the football field. So let's put these turds out
Josh
here and
Williams
see what
was
happens.
inactive.
Yeah, brother. I don't know what they're
That's
doing.
wild too. I
sometimes.
mean, like, I get so weirded out. Like, I just don't understand why he's always in the doghouse like this. But to the fact that you're just going to make him inactive, and if that's the case, why not try to get something out of the trade deadline for him? You could have literally traded him for a pick swap in the 7th round, and it's something.
Yeah, and then he says the offense still making questionable calls. Just to kind of sum that up real quick, like here's where I'm at with it. We've been saying the last couple of years the Chiefs' offense has been a little down, right? And we've always been like, well, it's probably because the receiving core is not great. Pat doesn't have the weapons around him, this and that. And I'll just say this right here. The reason why this offense is bad right now is because of Andy Reid. 100%. The offensive play calling is pure and total dog shit. And here's what we need to realize. Like Pat has weapons now. This is the best receiving core he's ever had. And this is what we're getting. This is the product that they're putting on the football field for us with the best receiving core that he's ever had. So what I'm going to say right now is I think we need to start accepting that this is the Chiefs offense because Andy is too stubborn to change.
Yeah.
So teams have figured him out. Teams have figured us out, and Andy is too stubborn to evolve. So I think this is what we are going forward.
That's
sucks,
sad too.
But that's a hard pill to swallow. But I think just you might as well. We might have a game here. We might have a game there where they show out. But ultimately, when things matter, this is what you're going to get. This is what you're going to get. Jaron with a 2-bomb says Worthy is McCole Hardman 2.0. I can't even say nothing bad about Xavier Worthy because I thought he played pretty well tonight. But the way that they're using him sucks. Pat missing people on deep balls sucks. It's hard for me to call him that yet. I think Worthy's way better than McCole Hardman. I think he proved that in his rookie season. So let's hope that it doesn't turn out that way, Jaron. Mac with a 10-bomb says I was at the game and I will say the Broncos had home field advantage due to a noise level. It was deafening in there when the Chiefs had the ball, and you could hear a pin drop when the Broncos did. This goes along with what we've been saying, Mac. Every team that plays the Chiefs, it's their Super Bowl. It's the biggest game they've ever played. Adam Schefter put out before the game, Mike, that all the buzz around Denver was that this was the biggest game they've played since the Tom Brady-Peyton Manning matchup.
Yeah.
This was their Super Bowl. This was for all the marbles. This was to try to get rid of the connotation for the last decade that you can't beat the Chiefs.
Look, they honestly, the media narrative, and to hear Broncos fans say this today was that today turned the corner. They are now the head of the AFC West,
Yeah.
and the Chiefs are now going to the basement, and it's going to be like this for the foreseeable future.
Tony Romo even said it on live
they're
TV,
younger,
guys.
They're younger and they're better. This goes into something I wanted to put up. I mean, I appreciate the 10-bomb, Mag. This sentiment is just, it's hard, man. I just don't understand what the Chiefs are doing.
How are you not prepared for that? You knew that
Yeah,
was going to
it's
be
just-
like that when you went into the game. Like, okay, normally it's a flip for us, right? Arrowhead's known for being the place that gives you home field advantage. It's loud, you can't hear. But you know what? Everybody still comes into Arrowhead and tries to smack us in the mouth. Because they're prepared for it. They know what's coming. They know it's going to be
Mahomes
intense.
has been running this offense
We
for
go
years,
lay a
though. He
damn
should have
egg.
known this. But let me bring this up really quick. Steve, Price Carter, our boy Price Carter, he actually said this. I wanted to bring this up.
Price
8
always saying
minutes
good
ago.
stuff, by the way.
He said, remember this feeling, guys, when it comes time to pay McDuffie, Jalen Watson, or Leo Chenal. This team is coming up short with those 3 guys on the roster. So acting like they are impossible to move on from is silly. Trading McDuffie could very well be a necessary step. We talked about this earlier, and I said don't be surprised if McDuffie don't get that payday because we are in trouble. And paying him all that money does nothing to help us get better at all these other positions unless you just draft complete defense and you knock it out of the park every play.
Yeah.
And Price is saying the same thing. Like, might the Chiefs move on from every one of these guys?
Look, man, you might have gave up on your first round draft pick cornerback that is a top 3 corner in the entire league because you wanted to pay a guard $100 million. I mean, decisions had to be made.
And again, love
Trey Smith.
Love Trey Smith. And I like Bolton too. But paying those two this offseason could have been a big mistake going forward.
Yeah. The Karlaftis contract looked great at the time, and now I'm starting to wonder if that one's not bad too.
I mean, it'll pay itself, though. At the end of it, he's never going to be super high paid. But look, Brett Veach has been no
wizard.
Yeah, in certain situations. Excuse me. Look what he did with the linebacker, Anthony Hutchins.
No, that was bad.
Look at the contract he gave Jawan Taylor.
Look at the contract he gave freaking Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Exactly. So, I mean, I don't have any confidence that they will keep McDuffie. At this point, McDuffie may be a nice trade target.
Yeah, well, I guess
it's sad to think about, but I mean, if McDuffie's off the field today, is it that big of a difference?
Yeah, actually.
You think it would be that big of a difference?
McDuffie made a lot of good plays today. So it
what
could
do you
have
think
been,
the score would have
worse. You have to realize, dude, we have no pass rush. If
I'm
we
just
didn't
saying,
have McDuffie back there, we were toast.
What do you think the score would have been if McDuffie didn't play today? Are we
I
getting
think
beat by a touchdown? Are we getting beat by 4 touchdowns?
They would have scored more touchdowns and less field goals, probably. Absolutely. McDuffie made some big plays today. You'll see that if you go back and watch it.
I'm fine with it, but I'm just saying, is it enough to be able to not pay for a pass rush?
That's my point. Like, you need
pass rush.
If you're not going to fix your pass,
if you're not
going to fix your pass rush, then damn, you better hold on McDuffie with 2 hands.
I think if you're not going to fix your pass rush, you need to get rid of McDuffie, because I think
just suck all together.
No, but to fix the pass rush, I think you got to have the money.
Oh yeah, true.
For me, I want to get after the passer and let my pass rush make my corners that might be average look good.
Yeah.
I don't want great corners like McDuffie that still get burned from time to time because Bo Nix has 47 seconds in the pocket.
Right. Yeah.
And what does it do good? How was it good that he stopped Sutton on certain plays, but yet Pat Bryant running a 4.7 40 out here had the game of the year and is converting 3rd and 15s over and over.
5-second 40, guys.
That's what I'm saying.
Wide open.
And he's converting zone coverage 3rd down and 15s on linebackers that shouldn't have got paid.
Hey, dude, he almost had the same stats today that he'd had for the rest of the season combined.
I'm just saying, I don't think there's any reason in the world to pay McDuffie big money if you're not going to be able to get big money up front and to continue to not have a pass rush. You're wasting it.
Yeah, true. Taryn with the 5 bomb says every loss has been on the coaches. In my opinion, the players have not lost 1 game this year. So I would agree with that. I think the coaching is the reason why they've lost. But I do think there's been a lot of poor execution and no heart. So I will put a lot of it on the players too. But it all starts from the head coach, right? And
well, I think it's at least 80-20 head coach or coaching.
Yeah, I would agree.
So I think Taryn's right.
I think he's right, but I will put some of it on the players. Because they're like it doesn't matter. Look, here's the thing. Like the play calling today, complete ass.
Yeah.
But Andy Reid had nothing to do with Patrick Mahomes throwing it directly to the other team twice.
Yeah. Or like I said, like Kelsey, week 1, he don't run the wrong route. He gets in the end zone. We win.
Week 2, he drops one in the end zone.
But you got to look at it from the other side of the ball. Spags calls some kind of stupid play. Herbert gets out of the pocket. But what happened? Chris Jones ran the wrong way inside trying to make a hero play and got beat. Right. So I think it's a little give and take from both, honestly. Everybody's got a slice of this pie, man.
Yeah, for sure. But it starts with the coaching, Taryn. I'm right there with you. Irwin with a 2 bomb.
ERICB. Eric Bieniemy.
Oh. Is that where we're going with it? I'm a firm believer that I don't think Eric Bieniemy would change a damn thing. Now, if he would come, I will say this. I think Bieniemy give it back to Andy Reid more than Matt Nagy. So, like, if okay, here's what I'm saying. If, say, Eric Bieniemy and Matt Nagy made the same game plan, but then Andy kept getting off of the game plan and being like, no, we're going to pass. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. I think Nagy goes along with it. I think Bieniemy would be like, hey, Andy, that's bullshit. Let's run the football. It's obvious.
We've talked about this time and time again. It feels like Bieniemy actually contributed and spoke up and wanted to be part of the game plan, and it feels like Nagy comes off as a yes man.
Now, that was a detriment to us a couple times because Bieniemy was a hothead and he wanted to start fights with the players and this and that, and we lost the team at critical times. But I do think that's part of it. It's kind of a pick your poison thing there, I guess. Our boy Jacob with the 5 bombs says the wolf at the bottom of the hill has more fight than the wolf who's at the top. Mahomes, Kelsey, and Jones have been at the top for a while now. You're not wrong. And I think that was the same sentiment somebody was saying earlier about the fame and the fortune and this and that. But they've never been in this position. If you think about this, from the beginning of Mahomes' career, they've never been in this position.
No.
We said that their backs was against the wall this week, and this was the performance we got. So it scares the living shit out of me to think how they're going to play next week.
Right. This was the most important
This
game
was
of
a
the year.
big game. This was very important.
This was basically a de facto playoff game.
And especially with Jacksonville beating the Chargers today,
Yeah.
you had a golden opportunity, and you shit on it.
And you played a team that their best defender was sitting on the bench.
Yeah. Pat Surtain
Injured.
did not play. Their
And you
best linebacker did not play.
Right. 2 top defenders didn't play.
Yeah, brother.
Wild.
It's scary. We'll
Straight
see.
wild.
We'll see how they react. We'll see how they we'll see how they come back from that. Lucky Croc with the 10 says my girl says Pat is his enemy this year, but she also drove her car into my house and wears deflated basketballs on her feet at dinner. Lucky Croc, what the hell you got going on at your house, brother? Sounds like a damn.
He's smoking the ganja out
Sounds
here.
like a crazy reality TV show.
What is happening? My girl says Pat is in his enemy year.
Oh, did I read that wrong?
Maybe, but not the part about driving her car in his house.
Damn.
That's wild. Hey.
I'm not
Women
even
be
so worried
crazy
about.
sometimes.
Okay, I can understand if you pissed her off bad enough to run her car through your house. I can understand it, but the deflated basketballs on the feet, that's where I'll stop this.
What does that even mean?
Like that's too far.
Who's out here deflating basketballs?
Appreciate the 10, brother. Thanks for trying to lighten the mood a little bit.
Oh, yeah, for
Perry
sure.
with a 2 says, "How about the missed false start on that last pass, brother?" There was a lot of missed calls today. There was a lot of shitty
I'm
calls
glad
today.
they didn't call some of them.
But you know what? That's my thing. Like at a certain point, like me and Mike were like, man, this is awful to watch. This is hard to watch. The refs will not stay out of it. They're calling some bullshit here and there. But at a certain point, when I realized that the Chiefs were just going to suck and shoot themselves in the foot, I didn't care anymore. Call it on them. Take that. Do whatever you want to do because they don't give a shit anyway.
Again, isn't it wild?
Just
This was
don't
like
flag.
basically a playoff game, and you usually let players play.
Brother.
And they literally like, dude, they were throwing so many flags. I think that they're going to wake up tomorrow with an arm injury. He probably going to have to get Tommy John surgery at the end of the
They
night.
definitely iced them elbows up after that game. I guarantee it, son.
He ain't going to be having no wax this week. That's for sure.
No.
Those elbows is hurting.
He better took care of it. He better got that cold plunged or something after the game. That's all I'm saying.
Boy, he's working hard out there. He's working harder than Mahomes ever thought about.
Matt with the 2 bomb says Buffalo started 5-5 in 2023 and made it. I bet they also won their division that year.
Versus the Jets.
Right. That's a difference.
Fort Knox High School.
That's the difference. A lot of people want to look at the record and be like, they're 5-5. They can still do this. Well, yeah, I agree, but the chances of it are slim now because not only are they 5-5, but they've handed the division away. They can't win the division. It's not going to freaking happen. Unless everybody implodes, they're not going to win the
Isn't that
division.
wild, too? Like, we've won the division so many years
7 times in a row, and you handed it away.
And you were this good, and everybody else is that much ass, and you
Yeah.
just pissed it away.
Exactly. You did exactly what the stupid sports media has been begging for. They've been frothing at the mouth, Mike. They've been jerking it every day to maybe
Yeah.
the Chiefs not winning the division. They've been doing it for 7 years, and you fell right into it and gave them what they wanted.
Yeah.
You ever seen that picture of Kyle's dad from South Park sitting at the
Yeah.
computer? That's them. That's every freaking one of them. And you allowed it to happen.
Yeah. Every one of them looking like the Wolverine meme. In
But
the
that's
bed
the
looking
difference,
at the
Matt.
picture of
Buffalo
Sean
was
Payton
5-5, and I don't know if they did or not, but I bet if you go back and look at that, they won their division because their division was ass.
In
We
2023.
we can't do that. We handed it away. We gave the division away today. So now you're hoping for a freaking wild card, and that requires teams that already beat your ass to lose because you gave up a tiebreaker to Buffalo. You gave up a tiebreaker to Jacksonville.
Yeah, Buffalo's final record was 11-6, and they won the East.
This literally, the way everything is played out in the first 10 weeks of football or 11 weeks of football is perfect to keep the Chiefs out of the playoffs. Like, there's no better possibility of the Chiefs not being in the playoffs than what's happened so far.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's wild, bro. It's a different perspective, man. Like Jacob said, you're normally looking from the top down. This year, boy, you're begging. You're out there saying, a crumb,
But look,
a crumb, sir.
The Chiefs are
More
down at
porridge,
the bottom
please.
begging for the crumbs, right?
Yeah.
We're begging for a crumb. Like, we're hoping these guys are just losing. Like, we're rooting for the freaking Giants every other week now, or whoever. But, like, the Chiefs are at the bottom now. Shouldn't they have some fight in them? Like, they just been getting pissed on by sports media, and everybody says everything they do
Like I
is a
said
joke,
earlier.
and they only win because of officials, and this and that and everything. And we
Mike,
just got our asses handed to us by the Eagles.
They've
and this
never-
is how y'all responded this year?
They've never responded to any of that stuff. They've always laid down and took it. They have always laid down and took it, and we're watching it in real time.
Kansas City Chiefs season 2025, sponsored by KY Jelly. When it's tough to take, we'll take it for you. Just lube it up.
We'll help
they're
you. We'll help
horrible.
ease it in.
Dude, look, that just pissed me off even more to know
Yeah.
that everybody sit there and talk smack about this team. This team
Every
just took
every football fan on the planet that doesn't like Kansas City Chiefs have talked shit on the Chiefs. Every sports
it. And
writer
we've
has made that a
responded
clickable thing.
by letting them just have a whack fest this year.
Yeah, they might as well. You know what? Mahomes and Andy might as well get in on the circle jerk. Help them out a little bit. You know, that's all I have to say about it. Bam says he's been a member for 20 months. By the way, appreciate you, Bam. Says about to drown my sorrows in tequila. You know, drink responsibly, Bam. Do what you got to do.
Drink responsibly.
Do what you got to do, brother. Jaquan Grace with a 2-bomb says, will y'all trade a first rounder for Kyle Shanahan?
I will never have a Shanahan at the top of this
No
team.
Shanarat, son. No way.
Anybody with that name line
Me
just
and
line
Mike
up
had a discussion today.
and get it.
Me and Mike had a discussion today. We used to say we would take Mike Tomlin, but we've moved away from
That's
it.
a long time ago.
We've moved away from it. Today, if Andy Reid was not our coach, who would you take? You all put it in the chat. I want to see what you have to say.
If you could
But-
pick anybody in the league, just right now,
I'm taking Sean McVay.
Sean McVay's probably a good one.
That's the one. I can't think of anybody else I even care to have.
I think
Like,
at the beginning of the season, you may have thought about like maybe Matt LaFleur,
Nah.
but they've kind of imploded as well, right?
Yeah, no. I think Green Bay are a little bit of frauds. I don't like any of the coaches. I take Sean McVay. He's the only one that's even proven himself whatsoever. And he's been like, could you imagine Sean McVay with Patrick Mahomes and in this offense? He's over there kicking ass with freaking Matt Stafford, and he's twice my age.
Stafford's like 62.
Yeah, I don't. So I mean, that's about the only way I could go. I don't like. You don't want McDermott. He sucks ass. You don't want freaking Vrabel or someone like that because you don't want to watch paint dry any
What
worse
about
than we
Mike
already
McDaniel?
are.
You still a Mike McDaniel guy?
I take him as a coordinator. I wouldn't take him as a head coach. I don't think he's a head coach material. I take him as an OC.
What's keeping
Sean
McDaniel
McVay with
from
Mike
being-
McDaniels as an OC would be a great tandem.
Be fun, wouldn't it?
That'd be awesome. Yeah, we got to put a dream team together. You know.
No,
Let's
they'll
do it.
all end up with the Eagles. We're gonna end up with freaking Nick Sirianni after they fire his ass.
Dude, I would throw up in my mouth.
I would not even be a Chiefs fan anymore.
I think I'd stop watching football.
You bring that dude over here, I'd rather have herpes, bro, than have to
Yeah.
deal with him.
I'd rather get syphilis from a Saigon whore.
And live in a van down by the river.
I'd rather get my nose bit off by a Saigon whore.
Dude,
Okay,
no
yeah.
doubt. No doubt. Hate that dude. I would rather punch that guy than look at him.
Oh, God. Monomic with the 2-bomb. Says,
Dude,
I'm
we've
so
got
drunk.
off the rails right now, and I love it.
He says, I'm so drunk. Give you props for not being like me. Brother, tell you what, we're going to start picking it up soon. Good Lord. Erwin with another 2 says, well, right on cue, baby. Appreciate the 2, brother.
Oh, man.
You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for the donations. If y'all keep it ripping, we'll keep it ripping. Appreciate y'all being here tonight. Do us a favor, hit the like button, whatever we got to do, man. We'll talk it out. It's whatever. But so yeah, you guys are in the driver's seat. You guys let us know what you want to talk about, what you want to, what therapy session you need to have, whatever it is, man. Let's go.
Holly says, what other channel can we go from a KY commercial to a herpes PSA?
Absolutely none of them, Holly, because the rest of them take sticks and jam it firmly up their asshole.
Yeah, they can't do it. They can't have fun. There's a few guys out there that have a little bit of fun,
Yeah,
but for the most part, they just can't do it.
As a collective.
Well, people don't, because they won't take us serious. We've heard this before. We don't know football because we joke sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the truth, too. It's funny because we can be right about more things than anybody. We can literally predict things before they happen, like we have a freaking crystal ball. But I watch RGR because they know what they're talking about. Or I watch Matt Derrick because he's smart. Or I love Seth Kaiser because he's a genius. He's a lawyer. And it's like, even though they're wrong about 90% of stuff and we're right about 90% of stuff, and I'm not saying that they are, I'm just saying, giving you an idea, but like, they still will come over here and try to tell you that we're dumb because we make jokes. Look, dude, I'll make 100 penis jokes, and I guarantee I still get more stuff right, know more about ball than a lot of these guys. And I'll tell a penis joke while I'm doing it, and I'm okay with it.
About penis jokes, I'll give you that.
Yeah, let's do it, baby. I'm all for it. Let's have some fun. Sometimes you got to have some fun.
Hey, man, when the Chiefs play like this, you got to do something.
Let's go. Red Roy says Andy has to shack the team up, maybe setting a player to shake the team up. Sitting a player or two, guys just don't seem to have that fire. 100%. 100%, man. I think something has to be shaken up.
Yeah, I hear you. Marvelous says, I like Seth, though. Yeah, well, we like Seth, too.
I like all those guys. I don't dislike anybody, but I will talk. Talk about it.
Roy says, love you guys, but I got to move on to hoops. What are you watching, Roy? Who are you watching play basketball?
I can't watch the NBA, brother. I can't do it, and I'll tell you why.
It's college basketball season, too.
Yeah, I can't really watch basketball anymore in general, and let me tell you why. They don't call traveling. You can't walk in basketball anymore, and it is painful to watch. You will see guys pick up the ball, 5 feet behind the 3-point line, take 8 steps to the rim, dude. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen, and it's hard to watch.
Man, sometimes I wonder, like, does Steph Curry do a lot for the game, or did he hurt the game? Because everybody now thinks they're a shooting.
I was telling Pops today. I think Steph Curry changed the game more and was bigger to the game than even LeBron James.
Because everybody thinks they can shoot threes now all the time.
Yeah, dude, someone brought up the Kentucky and Louisville matchup. They shot, probably between the two of them, probably shot 73s in that game.
And they hit
It's a joke. Louisville hit 70-70, I think.
Yeah, Louisville couldn't miss.
They had 5 Steph Currys out there.
They were shooting at their basket looked like a hula hoop, bro.
Yeah, but no, back to football, man. Like, something's got to happen. They got to shake it up some way, somehow. They do, because that's the thing. One thing that we all know is if you keep beating your head into a wall, it's not going to change anything. And right now, that's what we're doing. We're literally I feel like you're relying on shit that was good 2 years ago, or you just think because you're the Chiefs, you're going to go out there and you're going to win. Like, that's what it's really starting to look like. Like, you're going to have to shake this thing up one way or another, whether that's fire coordinator. I don't care which one, pick one, fire them.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, if I'm
fire somebody,
if I'm Clark Hunt and I'm the owner of the football team, and this goes for any industry that you're in, whether you're in the automotive industry or, you're in retail or whatever it is, when things are bad, what do? Chop their head off. Like, somebody's got to go off with their heads. We have to do something. We got to change it. And then we have to set an example. So at this point, I think if I'm Clark, I'm telling Brett, dude, something's got to change. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Matt Nagy. I don't care if it's Steve Spagnuolo. I don't care if it's Andy Reid himself. But you're going to make an example that we're not doing this shit. We're not doing it. Like, and if you take off, the big enough head, then everybody will get in line real quick.
You know what you just did? You just guaranteed that the Chiefs just fired the ball boy tomorrow. He ain't going to have a job. They're going to go get him.
I'm just saying, man, something got to change. Something's got to change. Mike, we got a 5-bomb from our boy Perry. Says, why do you think Pat has stopped scrambling for yards? There were definitely plays today where we gave up 3rd down and 2 because Pat wouldn't even run the damn ball. Just wide open.
Well, he did take off for a couple and then call it back every time. He probably got tired of it.
There was a couple there that was just very odd to me. There was one where he had a wide open lane, could have ran for 10 yards. It was 3rd and 2, and he stood there and refused to do it and threw a shitty pass to Brashard Smith behind him.
And that wasn't even close, bro. Brashard tried. Dude, I'm surprised he even got his hand back to even touch that ball.
Yeah, dude.
Why would you throw that?
I didn't even read the rest of Perry's comment before I started saying that. I swear to God, that's how obvious it was.
Well, yeah, Perry just said what you said.
Yeah, that's how obvious it was. That's wild, isn't it? Perry, you know ball.
It's because Perry watched the game.
Yeah.
Anybody with a set of eyes and a brain could have seen it. Like, it's not hard to talk about, like, what's the Chiefs' deficiencies this year. But it's hard. The Chiefs just had 2 weeks to look at everything they've done wrong, and they come out and just did the same damn thing, and they multiplied it.
Yeah.
They were like, what did we do stupid in Buffalo? Because we're going to crank it up to 11, and we're going to go try and get that son bitch one more time. And they said, nope,
Mike,
not happening.
Can I just read the plain old normal?
I can't take it, dude.
Let me read the plain old normal team stats from the game today and tell me if it's not, could it be any more obvious that we lose because we refuse to run the football? Let me just tell you this. Total yards today. Denver beat us 342 to 311. Passing yards, Denver 283, we only had 249. Yards per play, Denver 5.6 to the Chiefs 5. Just beat us in every aspect, except for rushing. We had 62 yards, they had 59. So the one thing that we were successful at, we refused to do. If that's not a losing freaking recipe, I don't know what is.
I keep saying it over and over. Andy he would rather lose playing
How
his
pathetically
style
stupid can you be?
than win playing a style.
Like,
that
how
wins.
freaking stupid can you be?
Very
Like,
dumb.
it's the dumbest
We've
shit I've
watched
ever
it.
seen, Mike. God, it pisses me off to no end.
It does. It just really, it gets your gizzard.
Mike, you could go to the freaking Louisville Zoo and steal any animal you want out of there. Get you a chimpanzee, get you a lemur, a giraffe. For all
Why
I
are we
care.
stealing animals? Where are you going with this?
Those animals could figure that out before Andy Reid, brother.
You're right.
He's lost his damn mind.
Giraffe's like, look, I like to take this big tongue and eat some of that lettuce off that tree, baby. And Andy's sitting over licking the bark. He couldn't figure it out. He'd pass out.
Dude, they actively try to lose football games. It's what it looks like. That's how
Dude,
stupid and bad it is.
looked like today they were tanking. It looked like we were tanking today. This season's looked like we're tanking.
It's almost like they were like,
Who do they
Denver,
want in the
like,
draft?
look, for all you conspiracy theorists, it's almost like they were like, you know what? Denver's winning the AFC West this year. Sorry. So make it happen. So they went out in the most important game of the year.
And the Chiefs were like, okay, well, we got to do
Patrick
this. We got to
Mahomes
make
and
Denver
Andy
look
Reid
good.
collectively went to the 50-yard line, dropped trowel, hung dong in front of everybody, and took a massive dump on the football field and walked away. That's what happened. I didn't want to watch that.
Well, you had to watch it for an extra long time because flag.
Yeah, that game took 2.5 days, didn't it? About like this live stream.
We literally did not go to halftime till like 8 p.m. tonight. Game kicked off at 4.
Yeah, Holly says it's like Major League of the NFL. Mike, if they don't start soon, I'm going to go spend my life savings on a ticket to a game because God knows we should pay $1,000 for a ticket to watch this shit. Okay, so I'm going to pay $1,000 just to get in there to be Randy Quaid. I'm going to sit over there and I'm going to be like, "Wild thing, you make my butt stink."
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out
Look,
there.
ticket prices are going to come way down now, right? Ain't nobody paying $400 to go watch this ass team.
Look, I'm telling you what, you guys, props to anybody that would pay $200 to watch this shit. Because I wouldn't. You couldn't pay me to go. Like, they're going to have to do better. It's bad.
Yeah.
At least
I
back
hear
in the
you.
day when we had the Romeo Cornell teams and Todd Haley teams, like, we knew they sucked. We knew they were bad. They just weren't talented. We didn't have the players. We didn't have the personnel. So at least you could get behind them and cheer for them. This team, can you really get behind a team and cheer for them when they're good, but they refuse to give a shit? Like, I just, you can't do it.
I mean, I think we put it up perfectly here on X. You tell me where our game assessment's wrong, Steve.
Game recap. Offense, ass. Defense, ass. Special teams, ass. Defensive coordinator was ass. Offensive coordinator was ass. Special teams coach, ass. Head coach, big ass. Blocking, ass. Corners, ass. Linebackers, ass. Pass rush, ass. And safeties, you guessed it, they're ass.
Ass. And I think, I mean, honestly, I
missed
left
somebody.
off the offensive line. I just run out of characters.
You said blocking. You got
Oh, I
them.
did. Okay. Wide receivers could have maybe been thrown in there too because, boy, they didn't look good either.
Brother.
Did anybody not look like ass today?
Kareem Hunt. We didn't give him the ball. The most obvious thing in the world, dude. I'm telling you, it's so stupid.
Hey, can we do a game ball today? Game ball.
Kareem Hunt.
No. Who's that? We forgot about him. We give him. Yeah, Kareem Hunt gets the game ball today, I guess.
Somebody said it's a whole lot of ass.
That's a. I mean, I'm talking. That's like a rap video from 1999.
Right. We got a 10 bomb from our boy Matt. He says a lot of these games seem so strange. You go from winning 17 straight one-score games to being 0-4. Pat looks like the GOAT, then looks like Paul Crewe the next game. Dude, I'm telling you right now, I'll never understand how Patrick Mahomes goes from being, when Patrick Mahomes at the top of his game, there's never been a quarterback that can touch him. I don't care if you're talking about Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, just pick one from history. Patrick Mahomes at the top of his game is untouchable. He's the best quarterback to ever do it. And then he'll go out and just start throwing the ball to the other team for fun. He'll take sacks without even trying to evade them. He looks lost. He goes on the sideline and chews on his mouthpiece and acts like he's just waiting for the time to tick down. How does that happen? Like, tell me. I mean, I can understand why people think this is strange. Because it's so unlikely and weird, especially for it to happen multiple times. You know, like it's happened several times throughout his career. So it's just very, very strange. Appreciate the 10, Matt. Appreciate all you guys. Thanks so much for the support tonight. It sucks to be in the position that we're in as Chiefs fans. It's hard to be mad at the guys because, like, man, we've had a run and a half over the last 8 years, right? And I still think that they're good, and I still think that they could be a good football team. But this coaching staff has to get their head out of their collective ass and just stop being stubborn. They have to do something here. They have to switch it up. They have to evolve. The league has caught up to you, and you have to figure out how to get ahead. You have to get ahead of the curve again, and it's not going to happen by refusing to run the damn football and beating your head into a wall. It's not going to happen. It's also not going to happen by getting on the press conference after every game and saying, it's on me, it's my fault, we have to do better, and just going on doing the same thing next week. Like, something has to change. So I'm very optimistic as far as I do think this Chiefs team is good and they have a high ceiling, but I'm very pessimistic when it comes to thinking that they're going to do anything for the rest of the season because they've showed me for 11 weeks straight that they don't care. The coaches suck and they don't care. So, I mean, it's hard for me to be positive, and I know you guys are probably in the same boat, you know?
Yeah. We got our ass handed to us in the bye week.
Brother.
More than likely. We probably lost that.
We could have played the North Hardin Trojans, the high school team up the road here.
Yeah.
And got our ass beat. Got beat. They've literally beat themselves 5 games this season. Think about that. Has there been any team that come out and convincingly beat the Chiefs that looked like the all-out better team? None. We've gave away every game that we've lost.
Yeah. Just pissed it away.
Pissed it away. Pissed. That's what we all are. Guys, do us a favor. Hit that like button on the way off if you haven't already. We'll be back with tons of content. We'll have a live stream tomorrow for you guys, live Q&A. We're going to put up a post on our community tab or our post tab. We want you guys to sound off over there because we're going to talk about some of that tomorrow on the live stream. Also, we'll take your questions live and all that. Then we'll have the podcast released on Tuesday, video on Wednesday. You know the drill, baby. Live stream Thursday night, video on Saturday. We're at it. It's going to be a crazy week, dude. It's going to be crazy. It's really hard to cover this team. It's hard to cover a team and be excited about that when they don't even give a shit on the football field. You know, it's tough, but we're gonna keep coming with it. You guys, appreciate all your support. Thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for venting with us, letting us vent. But yeah, click that like button on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Hang out with us more often. But we appreciate you, Mike. You got anything left for him tonight?
I don't.
Shout out Zarda. Shout out DraftKings.
Yeah.
Like I said, if a huge favor to us would be for you guys to go just download DraftKings and sign up using the code ACU. What you want to do after that's up to you. But if you can download the app, sign up using code ACU, that would help us out tremendously. So appreciate you guys. It sucks to lose to a bad football team, but we've watched it again. So let's try to heal. We'll talk about it this week.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time. Go Chiefs, I guess.
Wow.